Good morning, Mr. Fikens.
Good morning, Mr. Reed.
Can you hear me?
I can very well.
Good. Good.
It's like you're sitting here next to me.
I can hear you.
Good.
Let's see. Good morning, Miss Wilson.
Miss Wilson, good morning.
Miss Mack, also a lot.
Good morning, Miss Mack.
Good morning, all.
Happy.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Good
gentlemen.
Friday.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
Friday.
What
Good
an
Friday.
Yes,
enthusiastic.
happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Hi. Uh, Hi. Are you or do you work for the court or are you waiting? You
Hi.
waiting?
We're attorneys, ma'am. Do you have a case here today?
Oh, I'm trying to go to the traffic court.
Okay, you might not be in the right place. Do you know what judge you're in front of?
No, the lady never told me the judge's name. She just told me it was Zoom number 360 and a couple of other numbers that I forgot because I just put it into my phone already. So obviously I'm not a lawyer. I mean, I'm not an attorney, so I'm not in the right room.
No, I mean, there's, this isn't just an attorney room, but, your last name suggests that you're probably in some other court because it's alphabetical.
Okay.
So hold on just a second. We're gonna find you the right spot, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Mack, are you able to help LaShonda Taylor Hamby out?
Be on and looking it up now, Mr. Fikens.
Thank you, Miss Mack.
Thank you very much.
Be in a treatment.
Ma'am, can you call the courtroom? Because I'm not finding anything. I'm gonna give you the number. It's 313
Mm-hmm.
965
Mm-hmm.
2280.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You can log off and call the courtroom and we'll find out where you need to be.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Uh-huh.
Ở mặt trên vùng
Good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving as your presiding judge on today. Glad to see everybody on this Friday. Let's get started We are going to start off this morning with having the attorneys place your appearance on the record, please.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients. Thank you, and good morning again.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Reed, and your motion is granted. Mr. Fikens?
Thank you and good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, and I would make a similar motion.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted. I'm ready to get started. I see I have a few people that are in our with third-party providers, and so I want to get them done on this morning. Good morning, Mr. Griffin. Place your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin on behalf of Sobriety Court this morning.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Griffin. All right. I am ready on, and good morning in the courtroom, Ms. Mack and Officer Lott. And I think I see Ms. Richards. Good morning to all of you in the courtroom.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Your Honor.
And good morning, Ms. Wilson.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right.
And Mr. Patricola is in the courtroom as well.
Wonderful. Good morning, Mr. Patricola. Wonderful. All right. Let's get it started. Ms. Harris, go ahead and place your appearance on the record, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Angel Harris, Case Manager for Specialty Court.
All right. Thank you and good morning to you. Let's get started. I am going to start with Heather Hanson. I saw Ms. Hanson. Good morning, Ms. Hanson.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you this morning?
So good. I'm blessed. How are you?
Yes, you are. I am doing very well. You look fabulous this morning.
Thank you.
I hope you feel as good as you look.
Oh, I do. They take good care of me here.
All right. Awesome. And are you following the house rules, doing the things you're supposed to do?
Yep. I'm working in the kitchen now, and I am group leader.
You are a group leader. You know
Mhm.
what that means, right?
What does that mean?
That means that you have leadership skills.
Oh, okay. Yep. I
You
sure
may
did.
not have known that,
No, I didn't.
but you do. You are now a group leader. That means they saw some leadership skills in you. And so I want you to remember that you are a leader.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
them too.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. Awesome. Who's with you this morning?
Miss Stackhouse.
I was just sneaking out.
Oh, good morning, Miss Stackhouse. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes. Things are going well with Miss Hanson?
Absolutely. Definitely.
Very good. Thank you all for the work that you do. We appreciate you. And I know this is Miss Cleveland's case, right? And so Ms. Cleveland will be back on Monday. I know you all have to come to the table and talk about what's next for Ms. Hanson. And I'm really, really counting on getting a clinical recommendation as to what's next for her continuum of care. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Likewise.
All right. Let me place your case number on the record, Ms. Hanson. I have the following for you. I have case numbers SP 136-71251, case number U 633-70522, and case number 220-583-5801. State your full name for me.
I'm Heather Hanson.
All right, very good. And so you are doing well. Do you have any issues or concerns that you need to raise with the court today?
No, I just want to apologize too for last time I was in court. You know, I was just a little taken by surprise, but I'm really grateful to be here. So I do apologize that if it seemed that I was argumentative because there had been a lady that left and Ms. Stackhouse was like, I just knew it was you, you know, because of the way you were in court, but I'm sticking and staying. You can count on that. I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Listen, Ms. Hanson, we all have those days, right?
Yeah.
You might be a little irritated, even me. So I'm gonna grant you the same kindness that I want you to grant me when I have my bad day, okay?
Okay, you got it.
All right, thank you. Then you got it today. There you go. We good. All right. What do you need us to help you with so far? Or is there anything you need us to help you with?
Oh, no, they're doing it. They do it here. Let me tell you.
They do. They do. And that's why it's so important to stick and stay.
Absolutely.
I believe the nest does equip women to be able to go back into the community and to live productive, sober lives and continue to build on the foundation that they have put in place. So by all means, stick and stay. Please.
Yeah. I know both Miss Hunts, Miss Berry, I had a real good breakthrough in Miss Berry's class the other day. Miss Stackhouse, Miss Harper, everybody's just been great. I wish I could name them all, but.
Yes, awesome. Awesome. All right. Who is covering for Miss Cleveland this morning? Is there anything that you'd like to add as to Miss Hanson?
Your Honor, Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Specialty Court, I am covering this morning. Here's that Mrs. Hanson is doing really well. Just with the information we have, she's in good shape, and I think her tentative release date is not until August, so we have plenty of time for her to reconnect with Miss Cleveland.
Okay, cool.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Anything from any of the other team members as to Miss Hanson?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Congratulations. Good report, Miss Hanson. You're working the program. You look great. Keep up the good work. We're proud of you. Stay where you are, and have a good day. Be safe, young lady. Thank you.
Hey, absolutely. You too. Thank you.
And I can just add that being clean looks very good on you, ma'am. So keep up the great work.
Okay, I will do. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all the positivity.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Miss Hanson, I am going to schedule you for a face-to-face with Miss Cleveland on July 21st. That's next week, Friday at 1:30 p.m.
Let me write that down. Okay, July at 2:30?
1:30,
1:30, and you said 31st?
the 21st.
Okay,
That's okay. It's Friday.
July 21st at 1:30, face to face. I'll tell Miss Harper.
Yes. And so it'll be contact with Miss Cleveland.
Mhm.
And she may do it an earlier time or what have you, but just to give her an opportunity to catch up with what's been going on while she was out of the office. Okay.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Wonderful. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the great work that you're doing. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, see you then.
Right. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too.
Right. I am going to now go to Miss Thomas Orr, case manager on for Miss Thomas Orr. They're not on. I thought I saw.
I'm right here.
I know you are, but I was looking for your case manager. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I'll have to circle. There's Mr. Green. Come on, Mr. Green. I know I saw you.
Good morning,
Did I
Judge.
see you? Good morning. State your appearance for the record, please.
Demetrius Green, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, thank you. I have case number 110-571-6101. Ms. Thomas Orr, please state your full name for me.
Janine Denise Thomas Orr.
All right, Ms. Thomas Orr, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm awesome.
You're awesome.
Yeah, yesterday I went to softball practice.
Oh, look at you. I love it. I love it. So you are working your program there?
Yes.
All right. How are the babies?
They fine. Everybody making it so hard for me to leave. I'm like, you guys, come on. And we have a game Sunday, so I'm like, okay, y'all. All right, I'm gonna go to the game. It's they have an event called Sober Fest. So, you know, it's celebrating everybody's sobriety and stuff.
I love it. I love it. I know that I just saw you, but I think I scheduled you today for a follow-up and a check-in. So, Mr. Green, do you have some information for me this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. So I believe it was last week, or no, I'm sorry, actually it was this Monday. I believe Ms. Thomas Orr was wanting to leave the facility, and that she thought her 30 days were over. I just wanted to make sure that we are aware, that you are aware, and that, you know, Ms. Thomas Orr knows that she must complete the program and meet their requirements at the Odyssey House before she can be discharged.
Okay, did we get a recommendation, Mr. Green, from the treatment side of Odyssey House?
I believe that the email was sent, but
Not to me.
okay, well, yeah, I do see, Miss Crane, or is that Miss Crane?
She's right here next to me.
So perhaps if Miss Crane can provide that, on record?
Okay, well, wait a
Yes,
minute.
we did.
No,
I did.
hold on 1 second. There are certain things we cannot put on YouTube. So, Mr. Green, I'm gonna have you go to a breakout room with them, find out what the recommendation is, and then that information needs to be provided to me so that as a team, I can make a decision as to what's next.
Okay.
Okay? All right, and
Perfect.
then I'll recall the case. Good morning, Ms. Crane. So
Okay.
some things I just don't want us to put on YouTube because it's
Okay.
airing live to the whole world. All right. Thank you so much. So Miss Wilson, if you could place them in your breakout room, that would be great. All right. Thank you. And I'll come back. I'll recall. All right, let's keep going. I am ready, Mr. Hamad. And I do see that the interpreter is here. And so Ms. Harris, if you need to go in a breakout room with the interpreter and your clients, please do so that when it's time to call their cases, we can be ready. Okay? All right. Do you need to go in a breakout room?
I do not today, Your Honor, but thank you.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Let's go to Mr. Hamid. I have for him case number 210-446-6301. State your name for me.
Khalid Hamid.
Good morning, Mr. Hamid.
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Just all right?
Yeah, I had a little incident early on in the week. Last week. I've been on restrictions ever since. I've been talking to Mr. Williams, identifying the problem and actually trying to dig deep because I really want to get this right, and it's been stressing me out a lot because I finally felt like I had I had the upper hand on it, and
you gotta punch my name in, Donald Legends.
Okay, go right ahead.
I finally felt like I had the upper hand on it, and I had everything in control, and that just really showed me that I never can get too comfortable, because I didn't have my certain boundaries up, which I was talking to Mr. Williams about, and while another client from the facility was in my car, ended up relapsing, and that led me to have an issue. But I didn't let it drag on. I caught it real quick, and we're working on just moving forward here. But yeah,
Are you saying to me earlier this week you had a relapse incident?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I've not heard anything about that, but I appreciate your honesty and sharing that information with me. And so I know that Miss Cleveland is out, but there were some other folks that should have been notified so that we can make sure we're helping you. And it doesn't seem like that happened. And so, Mr. Griffin, make sure we note that so that we can speak with Mr. Williams about just notification, letting us know what's going on. And so how did you handle that relapse event?
I've handled it. Honestly, I've handled it perfectly in my eyes, in Mr. Jonathan's eyes. I put a hold on work. I'm on a restriction. I'm not leaving the building for 30 days. Just working real hard on just getting back on track and not letting this deteriorate everything that I've been working for. You know what I mean? So, I'm staying focused. I'm staying positive, and I really want to get this right. Not only you know, and this is what I was trying to explain to him too. It's like, you know, I'm always so focused on complying, but you know, if I just put all that effort and that worry into just doing it, or that much energy into just doing what I need to do, I the complying will just come with it, you know. And I just need to really zone in on some deeper problems, you know what I mean? And he was talking to me about that as well. There's some things inside that I really need to dig deep in, and you know, it's really more than just going to group and just like being attending class, and you know, being it's much deeper than that. And you know, we've been working on really digging deep because he knows I can't afford to do this again, and I don't want to. I really want to get this right. I'm you know, exhausted. I've been so happy ever since I've been sober. I don't know what clicked or what switched, but we are definitely working really hard on figuring it out, because I really am wanting to get this right, you know, for a lifetime, you know, not just for the program. Like
Yes.
I really want this for after the program even, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're working really hard. I've been on restriction since Friday. I don't really care how long they want to put me on restriction, because I'm just taking their advice. My I'm just doing everything they say, because I told Mr. Williams, like, that's it. Like I put my hands up, just guide me and I'll listen. You know, because I really just want to give it my all and just put
push my
everything
name.
into it.
Yeah, put me there.
All right, Mr. Hamid, I'm going to ask everybody, please keep your device on mute until I call your case. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Hamid, listen, I appreciate and I'm proud of you for the attitude that you've taken, that you're willing to do the work. I'm excited about the realization that you've come to, that being in recovery is more than just complying with the program or, you know, making sure I'm doing what the court has asked me to do. It's about making some life changes. It's about evaluating your surroundings, the people, the places, the things that you associate with. And it's about digging deep down inside to find out, okay, what's really going on that's triggering me to want to yield to a lifestyle that I know has not worked for me and that is harmful to me. And so I applaud you for that. Thank you for sharing that you had an incident this week. It sounds like Mr. Williams, they did everything that this court would have done, which was keep you in treatment, restrict you to the building, so that you, and then I'm sure it sounds like he's also maybe increased some therapy. Am I correct?
Yeah, for sure. He's even personally been like pulling me aside and trying to like break the chains, you know what I mean, himself. So I really appreciate him for that, and I really appreciate you for sending me here, because you know, he's a great like top of the line. Like, he's been able to get through to me. He's been able to help me identify things that I've been trying to figure out in and out of treatment, and you know, so I really appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to just moving forward, you know. And the more important thing to me is not to let this make me feel ashamed, or you know, make me feel like I fucked up everything. Excuse my language. It messed up all my progress, and
You haven't. You have not messed up all your progress. I need you to hear that from me, that you have not messed up all of your progress. You are in good shape, sir.
thank you so much. That means a lot coming from you. I really needed to hear that. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So I want to encourage you to just keep going. Keep going. And so let me, Mr. Griffin, I don't know if there's, or Mr. Yancey, if there's anything you all want to add as to Mr. Hamid. But it sounds like Mr. Williams, they just know me all too well. And so it sounds like they responded the way I would have responded. So tell them I'm not that mad anymore. I'm not mad at all. I know Miss Cleveland was out. So, but they handled it, and I'm glad that they did. And so we're just going to keep going forward. Did you want to add something, Mr. Griffin?
No, Mr. Williams probably contacted Mr. Cleveland prior to phone. You know, I was communicating things. So I'll just make sure we leave a detailed note with her to get in touch with Mr. Williams when she get in on Monday. But I'm glad to see that that you're doing okay. Seems like you took the appropriate steps and you accepted what happened. So that shows a sign that you are learning. So just continue to work hard. Sobriety, we know we have relapse, that's part of it, but as long as you keep working, that's all we can ask for.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Anything from any of our other team members, Mr. Hamid?
Yes, Judge, thank you. I'm sorry to hear about your relapse, sir, but it seems that you're accepting responsibility. I respect your honesty. We're here for you. If you need anything, just ask. But work the program, sir. You're in a good place. Work the program. Have a good day and be safe, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if I could add, Judge, Mr. Ahmad, this is progressing. This is not regressing. This is progressing. When you can identify a problem, when you work on that problem, that's progress. That's not setback. Keep up the good work. It happens in life. This happens and it will happen again. And the more you're prepared to see that and handle that, the more progress you will make. So keep it up, sir.
All right, awesome. All right, Mr. Hamad, I am going to give you a return to court date of July 28th, 2023 at 8:35 a.m. Make sure you get on because you're at a third-party provider. I try to do those cases first. Okay.
I will. Thank you very much, everybody. Much love. I appreciate everybody here. And you guys have a great day.
You do the same. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, very good. There are just a couple of things that I want to just go back. Mr. Green, I'm going to need to speak with you because I'm sure there's some things you need to share with me or text me before we go on the record with Ms. Thomas Orr. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep going. I see Mr. Is Mr. Adams. He's at one of our third-party providers. Is that correct? And so, is that correct, team?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. He is at one of our third-party providers.
Okay, let's do it really quickly. I have the Darrell Adams, case number SP 108-23641. Case number SP 111-36971. Case number SP 124-98092. Case number SP 124-98151. And case number SP 130-07563. Mr. Adams, state your full name for me.
Darrell Adams.
Good morning, Mr. Adams. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm doing wonderful.
You are doing wonderful. Very good. Very good. All right. Are they treating you well where you are?
Yes, I made it through the first 3 days. So today I get to go out the doors.
Oh, where you going when you go out the doors? Where are you trying to go?
I want to go register at WC3 for a class.
All right. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. I'm just making sure. I'm like, well, where are you trying to go today? All right. Mr. Adams, they're treating you well. You said it's just your third day. Are you treating them well?
Yes, I am.
All right. Very good. Do you have any questions or concerns that you want to raise with the team this morning?
Yes, I'm concerned about how would I be doing the drops? Would I do them here or how would it come about me doing them?
All right, Mr. Green is going to give you all of that information. He'll probably go in a breakout room with you, Mr. Green, after I finish his hearing, and let's let him know, because if he's going out in the community, he has to drop with a third-party provider. He still has to follow their house rules, but he still has to drop with a third-party provider if he's going out and about, and we will pay for it in the community. Yes.
Your Honor, me and Mr. Adams did speak on this. Maybe it's a bit in the back of his memory. But we did suggest coming to the courthouse Monday, Wednesday, Friday, testing. And I told Mr. Adams I would provide him bus tickets. You remember that conversation, Mr. Adams?
Yes.
So yeah, and today was going to be on that list of things to do after court. You were going to come to the courthouse and get those bus passes and also test while you're here.
Okay. Would it also be 3 times a week?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay,
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Adams, make sure you write that down somewhere so you can remember what Mr. Green told you, okay?
okay, yes.
Very good. You have any other questions or concerns that you need to raise with the team?
No, Your Honor.
No? All right, Mr. Green, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Adams?
Yes, Your Honor,
This
Mr.
was a
Adams.
check-in, right, for his
Yeah.
transition? Okay, go ahead.
This is just a check-in. Everything seems to be situated. Like I said, me and him discussed the testing matters prior to this, so we do have all of that in line. He's there getting services, so we are in good shape moving forward.
All right, very good. Then I am going to schedule Mr. Adams for a return to court. He's in phase 1, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to schedule him to come back on Zoom on July 26th. Where is it? July 26, 2023, and that will be at 8:35 a.m. Okay, Mr. Adams?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. Good to see you today. It's just a check-in. I will see you in a couple of weeks, all right?
All right. You have a great week, Your Honor.
You do the same. Be safe, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let's go to Donald Hudgens. Ready on Mr. Hudgens? I have case number 22060011001 for Mr. Hudgens. Mr. Hudgens, unmute and state your name for me.
I'm trying, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, sir.
Okay, it's unmuted. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I'm down here at the Elmhurst home.
For your outpatient?
Yeah, but they let me come to do my Zoom here too. Because I asked Mr. Allen and he okayed it because I got a problem with my iCloud. I don't remember my code to my phone where I can Zoom. So when I was here yesterday for my outpatient, I asked him, would it be all right for me to come here to do my Zoom in the morning? So he okayed.
I love it. Look at you, taking care of business, doing what you can to get it done.
Plus, you know, I can come here and do meetings, which I hadn't started doing yet. But I can come here on Tuesdays and Thursdays and do my meetings.
All right. I need to make sure whoever has his case that if meetings are a part of his treatment plan, that he's in compliance. We should be monitoring to make sure he's in compliance. All right, Mr. Hudgens, how are you feeling these days? You're back at home?
Yeah, I'm doing okay besides the problem I had with my feet and legs. You know, they diagnosed me with pulmonary neuropathy, but they say it's a sign of rheumatoid arthritis. And then they seen something wrong with my blood work. So I got to go see a rheumatologist, which I set the appointment up. Then I'm having problems with my eyes, which I think I need glasses. So I got an appointment set up for August 10th so they can view and see if I do need glasses. Because at nighttime, I had to get in bright light just to look at my phone if I'm trying to read it. If it's a text or I'm trying to read the news, I had to step out my room and I got to get in brighter light just to see what I'm reading. So I don't know. I just gonna get them checked and then to see if I have to wear glasses. But other than that, you know, I'm doing okay. I'm still glowing.
Yes. Yes, sir, Mr. Hudgens, and you're taking care of your medical concerns.
Yeah.
Wonderful, sir.
So I don't know if
eyes for the next many years.
Yeah. Because I'm really having problems. Because I mean, Sunday, my birthday, I turned 61 Sunday.
This coming Sunday?
Yeah, the 16th.
All right. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
And what I wanted to speak to you about was the graduation.
Yes.
I was very surprised that it was so many people there.
Yes.
And I was kind of shocked. I was like, I mean, it's this many people here for this situation here, this graduation. So I was surprised to see all these people down there.
Yes, sir.
I really was, man. To see how for real it really is.
Yeah.
And, you know, I talk to people and they tell me like the drug program, they very serious, which I know you is, and you ain't tolerate no dirty urines, none of that. That's a problem. So, I let them know that. That's my least worry, So I'm just trying to stay focused. The only thing that's so bad, I can't really work a job that consists of standing up and, walking a lot because of the problem I'm having with my feet and legs.
Right.
So on my next,
Mr. Hudgens, I do want you to have some conversation with your provider and with your case manager so that we can start looking at connecting you to resources to help you since you're not able to work. We want to make sure.
Well, one thing I always do, I always keep Ms. Harris informed of everything I do as far as me going to the doctor. And I tell her everything that's going on with me, so she well aware of it because minute I come from an appointment, I call her and let her know what's going on with me. So she know everything about what's going on with me. I always tell her.
Right, but here's where I'm going with this. If there are Social Security benefits or disability benefits that you should be receiving, we want to make sure you get in that right process, okay?
And see, I was just about to speak on that because I'm going to go ahead and file for it. Okay. They got all my paper, they got all my doctor work down there at Henry Ford. So I was going to go ahead and start the process of filing for it. But see, after my birthday, my ID expired. So I was going to renew my ID and then go ahead and get this taken care of to see, do I qualify for disability?
All right. So you are taking care of business, Mr. Hudgens.
Yeah, I mean, I really ain't got no income coming in to me. So let me get started on the disability and see what I get approved.
All right.
And then I'll be able to go from there with it.
And in the meantime, if there are things that, like you said, you have no money coming in where food and things are concerned, please let your provider know as well as your case manager, because we can connect you to resources to help you with those day-to-day things, okay?
I got a food stamp card. So I'm going to get some food in the house. It just be by the house being family owned, I can deal with my brother much better because he owns the house. And I've been up in the house for 17 years. So, I can talk with him and work with him, because family owned house, it ain't like I'm dealing with somebody on the street.
That's good.
So,
and Mr. Hudgens, do they notice a difference in you in that family house?
Well, they always know a difference because, I never really had the problem, with using drugs and drinking. Like I said, my problem came when I started using those Suboxones. I was taking them for pain, even though they weren't prescribed. But what it was, I wouldn't let up off of them. Mm-hmm. I kept using them. So now since I had came in here and did the 3 months, they don't even cross my mind no more.
All right. So want to keep working, right? Want to keep working on it.
In its own way, it benefited me being in here because when I look back at things, it was things that I wasn't doing for myself out there on my own, but I got done in here. Like primary care doctor, I didn't do when I had all the time in the world to do it because I was at home every day, but I never had done it. Then getting back in touch with psychiatrists, getting my anxiety medications back. So, it came back to be more of a benefit to me when I look back at it, even though to be honest, I was real mad that I was here.
I know you were.
But when I still look back at it, I look at the benefits and the help that I got here, so I got my primary care doctor. I speak with the psychiatrist once a month. I got my anxiety medication. And then I'm making my doctor's appointments. So, when I look back at it, it came to be all right. Now, I ain't picked up over 20 pounds being in here. So,
all right. Look at you. All right. Well, very well.
Matter of fact, I put on 24 pounds while I was in here. In them 3 months, I put on 24 pounds. So, I put back on some weight that I had lost because I taking them subs, even though I was eating, but I wasn't putting on no weight.
Yeah.
So since I had did the 3 months again, I put on 24 pounds.
There you
And
go.
I ain't lost none of that.
All right.
And like I said, my skin still shining.
Yes,
So I'm all right.
So it's working for you. Very good. Well,
Yeah.
you look good today. You sound good. We had an opportunity to staff your case, and so we're not going to put all that information on the record. Ms. Harris, what I will ask is Mr. Hudgens in compliance with the program?
Yes, Your Honor, he is. And I did want to let you know, I spoke with his provider yesterday and he said that he worked with him yesterday on his treatment plan and that he's been doing treatment plans for many, many years and that he was very taken by it. He was very impressed by how much Mr. Hudgens ran and participated in his own treatment planning. So I thought that was, and as you see today, he's taken initiative. He's trying to really get things done in his life. But I just thought that was great to hear that, he's really invested in his treatment plan.
Yes, that is awesome. That's awesome. All right. And so is there anything else from any of the other team members?
Yes, thank you, Judge. A good report, sir. You're working the program. Take care of your health. That's so important. We're here to support you. Keep up the good work. Be safe, sir, and have a good day.
No doubt, and thank you.
I'd just like to add, Judge, sir, you're on the right path. It seemingly it looks like you're doing good. You're certainly proactive, and that's great to see how energetic you are about your recovery. So keep it up, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, Mr. Hudgens, I have your next date for July 28th, 2023, and that's going to be at 8:35 a.m., okay?
July 28th, no problem.
Yes, sir. Good to
I'll
see
be here.
you.
Okay, nice seeing you too.
Have a good weekend. Hang in there. You're doing a great job. Very proud of you. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Okay, thank you. And thank you, Ms. Harris.
All right. Very good.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Let's do it. I am going to go to, if Mr. Zaman is still on, I'd like to swear you in and do your 2 cases. Thank you for your patience this morning. I'm still waiting on a message from Mr. Green as to Ms. Thomas Orr. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Give me a second. All right. Let's do it. Mr. Zaman, if you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret the words as spoken by the parties in today's proceedings and that you will do so completely and accurately without any additions or deletions, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please state your name as well as your qualification.
Good morning, Sayed Zaman. I'm the court interpreter. I'm professional qualified interpreter. I also work for the United States government, Eastern District of Michigan.
All right. Thank you. And you are interpreting today from English to?
To Bangla.
Thank you. And from
Bangla to English.
Thank you so much. I
You're
am
welcome.
going to start with Koyes Ahmed, who's on the screen. I have for Mr. Ahmed, case number 220-0908-0D. Mr. Ahmed, please state your full name for the record.
Because judge case দেখছেন 2200900800 আপনার নামটা হুকা রেকর্ড লাগে কোয়েস আহমেদ
All right. Good morning, Mr. Ahmed. How are you doing today?
শুভ সকাল জনাব আহমদ আপনি কিলা আছেন আজকে সকালে
ভালো আছি
I'm good.
Very good. I had an opportunity to staff your case yesterday, and I heard that you are doing the things that you should be doing to work the program. Is that true?
আমি তোমার কেস খালকু একটু দেখার সুযোগ পাইছি দেখছি এবং শুনছি যে তুমি খুব ভালো করায় এটা সত্য নি
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Have you learned anything since the last time I've seen you?
খুব ভালো মানে লাস্ট টাইম যে তোমার লগে দেখা ইন বিটুইন তুমি কিছু নতুন লার্ন করছো নি কিছু শিক্ষা নিছো নি
মানে বলছি না আমি
লাস্ট টাইম যে তোমার লগে আমি দেখছিলাম মাতিছিলাম আর এখন যে আবার মাতিলাম ইন বিটুইন ও যে এর মাঝখানে তুমি কিছু শিখছো নি
All right. What are you saying? What are you saying?
হিকা বলতে তো লাইক আমি
জি
হিকা বলতে তো আমার তো টাইম টু টাইম আমি সপ্তাহ করলাম আমার টেস্টও আমি টাইমও যাইলাম বা এভরি উইকে ডাক্তারের লগে দেখা করার তাও আমি আমার টাইম টু টাইম আমি যাইলাম সব সময়
I'm going to the doctor and doing all these things timely manner, doing well. That's all I can say.
Okay. My question was, has he learned anything?
ভাই আমার প্রশ্ন হইলো একটা যে আপনি কিছু শিখছেন নি শিকার একটা জিনিস আছে না আমিও জিনিসটা শিখছি লাস্ট টাইম আর হাই স্কুল কোর্টের ওর সময়টা আমিও একটা জিনিস শিখছি একটা জিনিসটা জিকে ওলা কিছু আসেনি
Dina.
No, nothing like that.
All right. How are you doing at DRP then? Tell me about that.
আপনি খোকা ডিআরপি তে আপনি কিলা খোরা আমার খোকা
ডিআরপি বলতে
What do you mean DRP?
That's where you do your counseling?
যখন আপনি কাউন্সেলিং করেন
আমি এভরি উইক আমরা যাইলাম তো সব সময় বা খানি কিলা খাইতাম বা ড্রিঙ্ক ড্রিঙ্ক করতাম ওটাও সব সময় তার লগে মানে বুঝাপড়া করলাম তাই না আমার বুঝাইয়া দিয়া ওগুলো
I go there every week. I've been suggested what to eat, what to drink, and getting help from them.
All right. Ms. Harris, please make sure that you get a progress report from DRP so we can know that he is connecting and working.
Janaba Harris, তুমি make sure DRP তো তার রিপোর্ট লইও যে তার উন্নতি কিলা ওর কতটুকু
All right. Ms. Harris, did you have anything additional you wanted to report out as to Mr. Ahmed?
জনাবা হ্যারিস তুমি কিছু সংযুক্ত করতানি জনাবা আহমদর ব্যাপারে
Nothing new, Your Honor. As we discussed yesterday, he is in compliance, and I will reach out to the provider, although Ms. Gaines over there does update me on him pretty regularly, but I will just make sure, get an update on what they're working on. But otherwise, he's in compliance and doing well.
জাজ হে সপ্তাহ অংশগ্রহণ করে সঠিকভাবে নিয়ম মাফিক ভাবে তার প্রোভাইডার লগে আমি অলসো মাতিমু যতক্ষণ হয়েছে এটা সত্য এবং আমি প্রোভাইডার লগে মাতিমু মাতি আরো ডিটেলস বুঝমু তারা কি প্রোগ্রাম ও কি তার উপরে তার লগে কাম করে শিকার বিষয়ে মনে এটা আমি ফাইন্ড আউট করবো আদার দেন হে সব রিকোয়ারমেন্ট যেটা আছে যে মানার এটা সপ্তাহে মানিয়ে চলে।
All right, Mr. Ahmed, do you have any questions for the team this morning?
জনাব আহমদ টিমোর উপরে খাসে আপনার কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে নি?
No.
No.
All right, anything else from any of the other team members after Mr. Ahmed?
আর কোন টিম মেম্বারে জনাব আহমদের কিছু কইতেনি?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Keep up the good work. Work the program, sir. Thank you.
জনাব রিডে কইরা যে আপনি বালা করিয়া যাইরা একটা ওলা উন্নতি ওলা অব্যাহত রাখতা ধন্যবাদ।
I could add, good report. Keep up the good work. We're proud of you.
মিস্টার ফাইকেল যে কইরা আপনার লিয়া তাই গর্বিত এই যে বালা কাজগুলো আপনি করিয়া যাইরা কষ্ট করিয়া আলা কন্টিনিউ করিয়া যাইতা বেহতরের লাগি আপনার।
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, your next date is going to be a face-to-face with Ms. Harris, and that's going to be on July 28th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m.
বাই জুলাইয়ের 28 তারিখ একটা দেড়টার সময় মিস হ্যারিসের লগে ফেস টু ফেস আপনার পরবর্তী মিটিং।
আমার একটা কোয়েশ্চন আছে কিরা মর্নিং দেওয়া যায় না নি আমার এখানে সরি
I had a question. I was wondering if possible to give this time at morning.
Okay, Ms. Harris, you can make that adjustment for my docket purposes. It'll be set at 1:30, but Ms. Harris, I'm sure will accommodate that request.
So জনাবা হ্যারিসে আমার ডাকইব একটা সময়, বাট জনাবা হ্যারিসে একটা অ্যাকোমোডেশন মানে ব্যবস্থা করতে পারবো।
Okay?
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Good to see you today, Mr. Ahmed. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
তোমারে দেখে ভালো লাগলো, তুমি রেস্ট অফ উইক এনজয় করো।
Okay, thank you, miss. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, bye-bye. All right,
Bye.
very good. I'm still waiting to get that note from Mr. Green. Mr. Green, did you send something to me?
Oh, no, Your Honor. I thought we were just gonna talk
No.
about it on record.
No,
I can send you a note.
To go to the breakout room because there are things that I don't want to put on YouTube
Okay.
that I have questions about. So, but I need
I
you
have Kusir Ahmad Judge also.
I need you to at least update me. Okay.
Okay, I will.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to keep moving. Give me 1 second, Mr. Zeman. I see that Mr. Murray is at work. And so, Mr. Murray, are you ready? I'm going to do your case very quickly, and then I'll do Mr. Kosir Ahmad.
I'm ready. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Mr. Griffin, are you on for Mr. Murray? I have case number 22280-129FH. Mr. Murray, state your full name for me.
James Murray.
All right. How are you this morning, sir?
Excellent. 2 Zoom course and an in-person. We got a jury selection, so it can't be better.
Couldn't be better. Boy, I mean, this is a good time for you, right? To be
Can't
working
complain
this
at all.
program. Come on.
It's
All
a
right.
blessing for sure.
Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. All right. Tell me what's been going on with you since the last time I seen you, because I don't see you as often now.
Last time you've seen me, I think that was probably after the 4th. I haven't really been doing much of anything. I've been pretty much in the office for the majority of the time. I have some assistants now, which is pretty cool. So things have been moving in the right direction that way. But to be perfectly honest, I've just been at the office. It's not much to write home about in that regard, which is cool. It's keeping me busy.
All right. You're meeting all the requirements of the program, right?
Oh, of course. That's anyways. Yes,
All
yes,
right.
Your Honor.
And you're not
graduation.
the graduation. Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was present at the graduation. I'm trying to think the quote was, I'm not better with, I don't think I'm better than you. I'm better without you. Something to that.
I'm just better without you.
That's it.
Yes, I'm better off. Yeah. Not
There it
understand,
is.
just better off. Yeah. All right, very good. I didn't get a chance to see you at the graduation. Did you stay and enjoy some of the festivities?
I stayed. I had to leave I stayed a little bit after, but I had to leave right after. I had a hearing to go to, but I did stay throughout the course and a little bit after.
Okay, very good. All right, awesome. How are you doing with that interlock in your automobile?
It's no problems whatsoever. I've become second nature almost. I don't even I would say I don't notice it. That might be a stretch, but it's no big deal.
All right, wonderful. All right, Mr. Griffin, he's in compliance, is that correct?
Yes, as reported in staff, Your Honor, no problems. Mr. Murray, he's in compliance with all of your conditions at this time.
All right, wonderful. Then I am going to give him his next court contact date will be a face-to-face on July 28th, 2023. I'll schedule it for 1:30 p.m. Did you get that, Mr. Murray?
Got it.
All right, awesome. Very good. Good to see you. Keep up the great work you're doing. I heard you're also passing on the word about the great work that's going on at 36 District Court. And so listen, when you have been helped, you should help somebody else. That's just my philosophy in life. Where I have been helped, I want to help other people. So thank you.
That's the least I can do, and it's the 12th step in AA. So that's what that's what I've been taught, and I figure if it works for me, I can give it to pass that wisdom along.
Yes, sir. All right. Make sure
I
you
do
check-
give him a heads up. It's nothing to play with, though.
What? Say that again.
So I give him a heads up. He says you're nothing to play with. You, the counselors, the attorneys. This isn't for the faint of heart. I do let them know.
It's work. Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you. We appreciate it. All right, Mr. Murray, we're here if you need us. Go be great. Work hard. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
No problem. Thank you. You as well. Enjoy that.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. I didn't see him, so I forgot that he was at work.
Okay.
All right. I need to go back to my last matter for the interpreter, and then Mr. Green, I'll go to your matter. I have for Kosir Ahmed, case number 2200030FD. Please have Mr. Ahmed state his full name for the record.
By Judge case Dasan by 0000330 FD. আপনার রেকর্ড হলে জনাব আপনার নামটা হোকা।
My name is Qasir Ahmed.
My name is Qasir Ahmed.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Ahmed. How are you today?
শুভ সকাল জনাব আহমদ, তুমি আজকে কিলা আসো, কিলা ফিল করা?
Bala.
I'm good.
Good.
Very good. It was reported in staffing that we are still having some issues with getting you connected to a provider for treatment. Are you still working through those issues?
তোমার রিপোর্টও দেখছি যে তোমার প্রোভাইডারের লগে যে আপনার তোমার সমস্যা ওর কানেক্ট করতে, এটা কি এখনো সমস্যা রয়েছে নি?
জি না, আমার টাইম টু টাইম চাই জর্জ।
I'm going time to time.
Okay. Well, you have an appointment scheduled for August 2nd, 2023, and you have to go to that appointment, okay?
আপনার
Mr. Zahn.
পরবর্তী একটা প্রোভাইডার লগে একটা অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্ট আছে অগাস্টের 2 তারিখ 2023। মেক শিওর আপনি অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্টটা যাই জানো। Yes, I do.
Okay, because treatment is not time to time. We've got to make sure that the therapist or the counselor provides a treatment plan so we can know how often you're supposed to be going.
Yeah, treatment যে একটা এগুলো যে যেগুলা মনে হইলো গেলাম এটা টাইম টু টাইম না, এগুলো তারা একটা থেরাপিস্টে বা কাউন্সিলর তারা আপনার লগে মাতিয়া তারা একটা প্ল্যান সেট আপ করবো যে কিলা মানে কতবার আপনি তারা দেখা করতা কিলা করতা ওলা একটা কাম করে। All right, I will.
All right. And then Ms. Harris, we talked about in staffing that you're going to make sure, and I think you said you've already done so, you connect with Ms. Price so that we can ensure that he gets there and that we get a treatment plan so that we can ensure that he's in compliance with that plan. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
জনাবা হেরিস, তুমি আগেও কইছো মিস প্রাইসের লগে তুমি তার ট্রিটমেন্ট যে চিকিৎসার প্ল্যান কিটা কোন পদ্ধতিতে করবে এটা সম্বন্ধে তুমি ইনফরমেশন কালেকশন করবা বা যোগাযোগ করবা এটা সত্য না তেন কইছেন হয়
All right, very good. Miss Harris, is there anything else you want to report out?
জনাবা হ্যারিস তুমি আর কিছু অবগত করতাইনি আদালতে
No, Your Honor, not at this time.
না জাজ এই মুহূর্তে আর কিছু হওয়ার নাই
All right, Mr. Ahmed, do you have any questions for the team this morning?
জনাব আহমদ আমার টিমের কাছে তোমার কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে নি আজকে সকালে
জি না আর কোনো প্রশ্ন নাই
No, I don't have any other question.
All right, then Miss Harris, I will see Mr. Kosir Ahmed. That would be on the 28th of July, 2023 at 8:45 a.m.
সকাল 8:45
আচ্ছা
28 just due to all respect, is Koyas also be scheduled for the same time with Mr. Ahmad? They'll be better on that day.
Right, but they're in different phases, so
I see. Does he work? That's why.
She raised that issue, so Miss Harris, what time would you like him to be able to be on for Mr. Kosir Ahmed?
To be honest, Your Honor, if he's going to be on that morning anyways, and Mr. Koyas Ahmed wants to do his face-to-face that morning, I'll just do it at 8:45. I'll just jump in a breakout room. We'll do the face-to-face with Koyas, and then when we get done and Your Honor is ready for us in the courtroom, we can do Kosir Ahmed's case, and we can get them both done for the day.
Sounds great. All right, so
Excellent.
that settles it for me. Thank you, Mr. Simon, and thank you.
Yeah, make sure Judge, make sure Mr. Koyas knows that it's no longer 1:30, it'll be 8:45.
You're muted, Miss Harris.
I'll make sure I let him know.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Harris. Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Please let Mr. Ahmed know that he's free to leave.
Bye, Ahmad. আপনি যে টাকি পারেন আপনার শেষ
আচ্ছা 8:45 বোনাই সকালে
Yes, sir. 8:45.
ওকে সালাম
Take care.
Thank you.
গুড মর্নিং
Have a nice weekend, Judge.
All
All
right.
of you have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Same to you. All right. Let's go back to Ms. Thomas Orr very quickly. Let's see. I did get your message. And so, Mr. Green, I brought Ms. Thomas Orr back that your message really did jar my memory. Have we come up with a plan? I understand that she has completed what she needs to do there, but have we come up with a plan? Let's go to a breakout room just real quick. Miss Wilson, can you place us in breakout rooms, please? In a breakout room, Mr. Green, Odyssey House, and myself.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Reed, you all probably need to talk with the jail person, Mr.
Your
Davis.
Honor, I believe that's Mr. Alfonso Davis.
Yes.
And we talked to him yesterday. I don't know if Mr. Williams is going to get on today, or we're going to do this on Monday.
Did we say we would do it on Monday?
Yes, Judge.
All right, yes. So, before you send me to the breakout room, Mr. Davis and the Wayne County Jail, good morning to you all. All right, Mr. Davis, we are going to have to do your hearing on Monday. Monday is July the 17th, 2023, and I'm going to put it on for 8:30 on Monday. So we're going to do your hearing on Monday so that you have an opportunity to hear the information with respect to you, and you have an opportunity to respond to it, okay? Okay, now I can hear you. All right, and so Ms. Mack, if you could get the paperwork together for the Wayne County Jail, he's going to be there until Monday, and we'll see him on Monday at 8:30 a.m. And so, Mr. Davis, I want you to really think about going back to Lake Ridge and working your program, not hit or miss, not getting up, leaving, and just being out all day, because now you're not dealing with your issues, but making sure that you're attending your classes, making sure you're doing the things to work on you, because you need that work, sir. You need it so that you don't end up back at the Wayne County Jail, okay? Can I get you to think about those things this weekend?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I will.
All right, I'm counting on you to do that for me, okay? All right. Thank you at the Wayne County Jail. We will see him on Monday at 8:30 a.m.
You're welcome. You have a wonderful day.
You do the same. Thank you so much. Be safe.
You're welcome. You as well.
All right. Miss Wilson, what breakout room did you send them to? Can you send me an invite to?
Number 5, you're not on my list to send. No.
Okay. Oh, let me figure it out. I think I can just go to. Oh, shoot, I ain't on my own list. Hold on. You said 5?
Yes.
Okay. I think I got it now.
25th staffing, 26th.
All right. I am going to now place the return to court date for Janine Thomas Orr. That is going to be July 26, 2023 at 8:35 a.m. by way of Zoom. And so thank you, Ms. Crane. Thank you, Ms. Thomas Orr. I will see you all in 2 weeks, but there's some work that we're going to be getting done prior to that. I will also see you in staffing, Ms. Crane, or your boss, I believe you said, on that Tuesday, which staffing starts at 1:30. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. Take care. Bye-bye.
You
Take care,
too.
Ms. Thomas Orr. Proud of you.
Y'all later.
All right, let's go back to my docket. I saw the Wayne County Jail was on. That was for Mr. Davis. I'm missing a couple of people that was scheduled for 8:45. Did we find out Rebecca West?
She's in custody, Judge, on the 45 tether.
The warrant on, is that correct? No.
Yep,
wait.
I gave it to Miss Mack this morning. She put them in the system.
All right, because she's in custody on a 45-day committal tether. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. And so, Ms. Mack, if you could find out from the jail, when is her projected leave date on that 45-day committal tether? And let's set her court date 2 days or 3 days before she's supposed to be released. No, I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
I take that back. You're putting the warrants in the system. They should not release her. They should bring her to court.
Okay.
She absconded. So that 45-day committal piece is the Wayne County piece, the tether piece that's required. She absconded, and so the warrants should still be in the system for her. Therefore, she should not, and just make sure they know she is not eligible for release without appearing before Judge Holmes. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
For Rebecca West, so I can remove those from my docket. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. I forgot that quick. Where is Willie McClung?
He's and Mr. Patrick Kohler is in the courtroom, Judge.
Oh, I forgot about Mr. Patrick Kohler. Come on, Mr. Patrick Kohler. I need to do you now. I'm sorry, Mr. Griffin. I did. I forgot about Mr. Patrick Kohler. I'm so used to seeing him when I'm in the courtroom. Good morning, Mr. Patrick Kohler.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I am well. I have for you case number C211336A. State your full name for me.
Vincent Adam Petricola.
All right, very good. Mr. Patrick Kohler, how are things going with you?
Everything's excellent. Working very hard and just working the program. We have a great support staff. Everything's been wonderful.
All right, very good. Have I seen you since graduation?
No, you haven't, Your Honor.
Tell me, what was your takeaway? What did you learn from our graduation?
It was super professional. I mean, that's the first thing. Everybody was wonderful. The entertainment, the people. It was nice to see all the stars on TV that I see up here in person. It was really nice. Like seeing the celebrities.
Good, good.
But very nice to see you guys do excellent work. I took that away. It was just nice to see everybody's faces, that they were so happy graduating and moving on to new phases in their life. I think that was like the biggest thing I took from it, just the joy that people had from that. We really like that. And I remember the singer, I can't remember what she sang. She said, or no, the speaker said, "Choosers are not losers." So something to that effect that was really, really cool. And I think that's was a really great overall experience. So really enjoyed it.
Wonderful. And I hope that you had an opportunity to enjoy the food and the entertainment as well.
Oh yeah, everything was great.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right. How's that community garden going?
Oh, it's going well. I've been working a lot, but the weeds are just too much to handle. But I'm doing the best I can. I know, right?
Okay. All right. I saw they had something on television and I thought about you where someone stole the tractor, the tractor for the garden, the community garden. And I thought about you and I just thought that was just so horrible.
Yeah, we've had a couple of thefts of plants. A couple of years ago, we planted about $2,000 worth of like shrubs and everything. And, after about a week, they were taken right out of the ground. Like people stole them, like right out. And it's heartbreaking. It's terrible. It's such a beautiful garden. People were just stealing the plants.
Oh, well,
But we learned not to do that.
Well, I hope it doesn't discourage you and that you'll continue to do what you're doing because I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, people are really enjoying it in the neighborhood. They like it, so they come by and they see me working on it, and then there are folks on the street who want to help. And so I usually just throw them a couple bucks and say, hey, come on, let's do some work. So
I love
people feel a little bit of pride from it. So
Yes.
it's nice. It's a good thing. And we're gonna get the kids from the Heidelberg Leadership Academy back in again, and they're gonna hang their art in the garden. So it'll be really good for kids like 8 to 10. So it'd be nice, 8 to 11, something like that. So yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. Are you having any issues, any concerns that you need to share with the team this morning?
No, not really. Everything's super pro. Like I said, I'm just working the program and doing what I'm supposed to do and just keep it on the level. That's where we're going.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. Mr. Griffin, was there anything that you needed to report out as to Mr. Patricola? Mr. Griffin is scooting in his chair. Mr. Griffin?
Yes, Your Honor, it's reported in staff. Mr. Petricola is doing really well. No problem, no problems with the interlock that's in his vehicle. All urine tests have been negative. He made a payment today towards his costs. So his costs are continuing to go down. So he's doing a wonderful job. So far, Your Honor, he's in compliance with all of your conditions at this time.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Patricola?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Congratulations, sir. Good report. Thank you for coming into the courthouse this morning. Keep up the good work. Be safe and have a good day, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
could add, Judge, keep up the great work, Mr. Petricola. Sorry about those plants. I've been trying to grow some myself. No one's taking them. They're just dying on their own accord. But keep up the great work, sir.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Vikings. Very good. All right, if nothing else, Mr. Patricola, then I am going to give you your next date, which is July 28th, 2023. That will be a face-to-face with Mr. Griffin at 1:30 p.m., okay?
You got it. Yes.
Got it? All right, sir. It's good to see you.
Good to see you guys too. Thanks again.
All right, take care. All right, let's do it. Mr. Green, I can give you a call very quickly on the Hicks matter. As a matter of fact, I'm doing it now, Mr. Green. I'm about to give you a call. Good
Okay.
morning, Ms. Hicks. Give us 2 seconds. All right, and then I see my 10 o'clock probationers are coming in. Did you all say that Mr. McClung is with us in the courtroom?
Yeah, he need to turn his camera on.
Oh, I'm not begging people to turn cameras on today. All right. Just be sitting out there. All right. Give me a second. I need to do one thing with Mr. Is Mr. McClung, are you ready on Mr. McClung?
That's Mr. Yancey case. I think he went down to the court to talk to Ms. Richardson, so he should be back up shortly.
All right. Then give me a second, you all. I want to talk to Mr. Green. Give me 1 second.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Mr. Fagan?
I'm well, thank you. Judges meeting.
Huh?
The judge is meeting with someone offline.
Okay, perfect. I'm just here for this person that with probation officer Hunter. He should be here too. So here we are. Thank you, Mr. Fagan. Bye-bye. Thanks.
I'm here, by the way.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Hunter. How you
Hi,
going?
Mr. Hernandez. I'm doing okay, Mr. Hernandez. How about yourself?
Fine. Thank you. Here waiting.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Thank you.
Miss Wilson, is there any way I can go into a breakout room with either Attorney Reed or Attorney Fikens?
Yes, that'd be fine.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have an invitation.
All right, thank you all for your patience. We are going to place Ms. Hicks. Ms. Hicks is an intake. I'm checking to see if the attorney for the particular court that she's going to, if she is able to get on right now. If not, Mr. Reed or Mr. Fikens, one of you will have to go in the breakout room with Ms. Hicks and talk to her so we can get her processed for our specialty court so she can hit the ground running. We're trying to get you moved to a third-party provider today, if at all possible. So thank you for your patience, okay? Ms. Hicks, I see you smiling, so that's good. All right, very good. And so I'm waiting to see if Ms. Warfield can get on. Ms. Wilson, you can go ahead and move Ms. Hicks to a breakout room. You can also move Sharkay Walker. Good morning, Ms. Walker, to a breakout room. She needs to speak. She has a termination hearing scheduled for this morning. And so we need to move her to a separate breakout room so the attorney can speak with her as well. Ms. Warfield is coming on to do Ms. Walker's case. I know that. I'm just seeing if she can come on earlier and talk to Ms. Hicks first so we can get the intake done. And then while they're all doing what they're doing, I'm going to do Mr. McClung, and then I am ready on my 10 o'clock cases. Thank you so much, Ms. Wilson, for facilitating that. All right, Mr. McClung, you with us? Let's do it. I have for Mr. McClung, case number Z8088281. Mr. McClung, unmute and tell me your name, please.
Willie McClung.
All right, good morning, Mr. McClung. This was a check-in, but I didn't see your face. So I forgot that you were on the screen. Are you okay this morning?
Yes.
All right, very good. Are you having any issues?
No, I just need a color and a number so I can know when to drop for jams.
So you haven't been testing?
Yeah, I tested. That's all I did, though. They didn't give me no information.
But have you been, Mr. Who's on for the case manager for Mr. McClung? Mr. Griffin? I'm sorry?
My case manager is Mr. Yancey.
All right, yes, sir. Mr. Yancey, are you with us?
He went to a breakout room with Mr. Reed.
You keeping up with everything. I see you. All right. There's Mr. Yancey.
Hi.
All right, Mr. Yancey, Mr. McClung keeping up with everything. He's like, he went to a breakout room. All right, Mr. Yancey, I have Mr. McClung in on today to check out what's going on with him, because I know we ran into the private insurance obstacle, but he said he needs a color and a number for his testing. And so is he testing?
I just looked at his screen yesterday and he had been testing. So I don't know. He is in the system twice. So he some kind of way was in the system before he got to me, but I did see some recent screenings. One was as recent, I believe, as either July 10th or 11th. So I don't know if there's some kind of mix up. Now, as far as his private insurance, he was due to call and set that up because we couldn't get him on the 1-800 number because he had private insurance. So he was supposed to give us an update this morning.
All right. Update me, Mr. McClung. Well, let me say this. Mr. Yancey, get with Mr. McClung after, it's going to have to be after the morning because we've got a lot of moving pieces this morning. It's specialty court and we're being really special on a Friday. And so get with him and clear up the testing thing because he has to test. But Mr. McClung, I gave you an assignment the last time you were before me that you were to reach out with your insurance so you could get set up for treatment. Did you do that?
Yeah, I'm at 2200 that class on Grand River, and I gotta meet with her as soon as I can get out of court.
All right. Class is that's not one of our providers.
She says she already has two of your participants, Miss Erica Valenstein.
Unless I'm just having a brain freeze, Mr. Yancey, and I doubt it, I need you to get with him and check on that.
Okay.
Well, she said if you had any problems, you could I could tell Mr. Yancey to call, because that's the only place I found right up the street from my house.
Okay, all right. Well, Mr. Yancey, sounds like you need to talk with him and get that information so we can make sure that he is attached to treatment. And it looks like, Mr. McClung, you did what I asked you to do. So give us an opportunity to see what's going on, okay? Because when it's private insurance, and let me retract something I said, that's not one of our providers. When it's private insurance, we can't we can't use the 1-800 number, so you don't go to our selected providers that we have for our program. We have to take your provider because that's who your insurance will cover, right? And so if Class is a provider that your insurance will cover, we'll work with them, okay? So it's not going to be a problem. We just need to get the information. And then it's going to be important, Mr. McClung, when you get there, that you sign the releases so that we are able to get information that you're cooperating with treatment, you're showing up, and we can get a treatment plan. We don't get to know what you talk about with your therapist, but we do get to know whether or not you show up, whether or not you're engaging, and those kind of things. Okay.
All right.
All right, very good. So Mr. Yancey, I need you to circle back with him today. I don't know if you want to get that information in the breakout room just real quickly, but I do need you to get that information so we can, because he's done his part. He did his part. Thank you, Mr. McClung.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. And so let's get Mr. McClung's next date, because this was just a check-in for him to deal with his insurance. And so, Mr. McClung, are Fridays still good for you?
Yes, but as far as my insurance go, they didn't help me. Every place they gave me, I couldn't get through to them. And this was the place that I found. And she said she already has two participants that's in your specialty court that she's working with.
You heard me say it's not going to be a problem. We just need to make sure you sign those releases, the release, and then get Mr. Yancey the information, okay? We're dealing with private insurance, all right? Did you get that? All right. So you said Fridays are good for you?
Yes, okay.
Okay, very good. Then I am going to schedule you for Friday, July 28th, 2023. And I am going to place you on for 8:45 a.m., okay?
All right.
All right. You want to go in the breakout room, Mr. Yancey, with Mr. McClung?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Miss Wilson, make that happen. Thank you, Mr. McClung. When you finish with Mr. Yancey in the breakout room, you are free to leave, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you. All right. Let's keep going. I see Mr. Ellisal, you are on. I'm ready to look at my 10 o'clock because Miss Taylor, the attorney, Miss Warfield, needs just a moment. I don't know if you contact with her, but she needs just a moment. So I'm gonna make the best use of my time, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you for your patience. And then Miss Taylor, I think you were on for Miss Hawkins. We're going to reschedule that hearing for Miss Hawkins.
Okay. Did you have a date?
Let's see. Can we do the 21st or the 28th? What's Ms. Hawkins' next court date?
Let me see. It would have originally been the 19th.
No, I have her for 7/21.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so can we do the hearing on that day?
Sure.
Okay, let me just, okay.
But did you want to put her on 7/19, Judge, because she belongs to that specialty court, or did you want to just leave it on the?
Are using Fridays because our Wednesdays are jam packed. But Ms. Taylor,
Yes, ma'am.
so we work that out. Do you want to put her on for that Wednesday, the 19th?
It doesn't matter. Whichever you prefer.
Right now, I'm getting voicemail. Let's go with the 21st. We'll do the hearing. Let the provider know we'll do the hearing on the 21st of July. Okay.
Okay. Is Ms. Hawkins still in the courtroom? Or is she free to go?
I'm sorry.
She is in the courtroom.
Is she free to go since she's being rescheduled?
Yes. Did she test this morning?
She did, but I don't have results yet.
That's okay, but she's going back to Genesis. Ms. Hawkins, my apologies, but the person that we needed for the hearing today, the provider only had 10 minutes and there was no way that I could get it done in 10 minutes. And so I'm going to have to reschedule on today. And so I apologize for you coming down to the courthouse. We'll see you on the 21st and we'll be ready to go forward. I just couldn't get it done in 10 minutes. Had too much going on.
Just question, will she be coming in person or will that be on Zoom?
On Zoom on the 21st. I won't make her come back.
Okay, you hear that, Ms. Hawkins? Yes. Okay.
All right, Ms. Hawkins, you're doing what you're supposed to do at Genesis, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will see you on the 21st and I'll let you do Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
All right, sir, if you are driving, you cannot do Zoom and drive. I'm so sorry. You'll have to come back or you'll have to pull over and stop. All right, thank you so much. All right, Mr. Ellisal, are we ready on your case? This is what was a review, is that correct?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, that's correct.
All right, I have for Mr. Al Zubaidi, case number SP 137-93371. Counsel for Mr. Al Zubaidi.
Good morning, Your Honor. Lawrence LSL 71355 on behalf of Raja Al Zubaidi.
All right, thank you. Is your client on this morning?
He said he's in the waiting room, so I don't know if he's properly identified his name. Maybe that's the issue, but he's in there.
All right, I'm gonna let you all get all checked in with my clerk and my clerk will let me know what's ready. I see Ms. Hernandez in the courtroom. I'm not certain who she's here on. So make sure Ms. Hernandez check in with the clerk so that she can let me know when you all are ready. Because I'm actually ready on my 10 o'clock a.m. Ms. Mack, let me know when we're ready. All right.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Hunter, have you checked in with my clerk? I just saw you flash on my screen. Didn't know you were here.
Good morning, Your Honor. No, I have not.
All right, are you ready on any of your cases? Make sure every time you all are coming into my courtroom, check in with my clerk so my clerk can let me know what's ready. Mr. Hunter, what do you have this morning?
I'm here for Victor Alejandro Gonzalez.
All right, is Mr. Alejandro?
And that's Judge Ms. Hernandez is here for that case.
Okay, very good. Are we ready is your client here?
I am not seeing him, Your Honor.
All right.
On the screen.
Can you check to see if that individual is with us?
I don't see him checked in and no one has called, so I don't see him.
Okay, you may want to check on Mr. Hunter.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Judge.
You may want to call and check on your client.
I have been calling him. He's not answering.
Oh, okay. Is he in compliance with my court order?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, that's why he's not answering. So, so it's a second and I will call it. I will call it. Thank you, Ms. Hernandez, for your patience. All right. Mr. Hunter, who else do you have this morning?
He's the only one, Your Honor,
The
that I'm
only-
here for.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and call it, especially since you have indicated to this court that you've made an attempt to reach out to your client. I think this is not the first time he's not been in compliance, and I've given him additional time. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Memory works when it wants to. All right, I have case number U 329-51316. Mr. Hunter, state your name for the record on behalf of probation.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Sam Hunter appearing on behalf of Probation Department.
Thank you. And then Ms. Hernandez, your appearance. Uh-oh, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Okay, yeah, somebody put me mute and I couldn't get it. Yes, Your Honor, good morning. My name is Emma Hernandez, as CAO, qualified Spanish interpreter.
Thank you, Ms. Hernandez, and thank you for your patience this morning.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Hunter, I've called your client's case number, just placed on the record his failure to comply.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell us what he's not in compliance with.
Okay, he has not completed community service. He has not completed the offenders class that he was supposed to. When I met with him on the 26th, myself and Mr. Hernandez met with him. We went over everything with the client while he was there in the office. I had him set up for an appointment with Latino Family Services for the offender class for May 28th at 1 o'clock. He did not keep that appointment. And then I also had him set up for community service to begin. Well, I didn't have it set up, but he was scheduled to begin the community service on May 30th with the Detroit Community Justice Center, but he did not keep that appointment as well. He also was set to do the testing with the same place he was supposed to do the offender class, which was Latino Family Services. Both of those were supposed to be done on the same day, on the 28th, and he didn't keep that appointment. In addition to that, Your Honor, what I wanted to do was meet with the defendant prior to today's court date, just to make sure he was doing everything and got everything completed. So I had Ms. Hernandez meet with me on the June 23rd, and the defendant was supposed to be there. He did not show up. So it was shortly thereafter that I submitted a show cause to the court.
Okay, I've not seen a show cause from you.
It was sent on July 5th. I'm not sure. I can double check, but I'm not sure why I didn't go through.
On this court date today, because I set this a month ago. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Then, Mr. Fikens, I'm satisfied that I've given the defendant ample time to comply with this court's order. He has failed to appear on today. He has failed to follow the court's orders. This is not the first time that he has been before this court and not in compliance with my order, and I gave him additional time to come into compliance. And so I am going to issue a capias for his failure to appear and his failure to comply, and the bond will be set at $1,000 cash or surety. The original charge will be reinstated, offering to engage another for an act of prostitution. Please make sure that it is placed in the ROA, as well as whoever does the lien, that he cannot be released. If he is picked up, he cannot be released without seeing Judge Holmes first. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
He has to walk in to pay his bond. I still need him to come see me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
If nothing else, thank you, Mr. Hunter.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
All right, you do the same. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Ellisell, your client, I think I see your client is on. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. Yes.
All right, and Mr. Ellisell, this is scheduled for a review. Ms. Mack, I've already taken a plea. This is a review with probation. Mr. Ellisell, do you know?
Oh, yeah, yes, it should be, Your Honor. I think they wanted to verify his community service. He's paid all his fines, and I think we're just doing one final verification.
All right. And Ms. O'Driscoll, is this your case?
This is not.
All right. Do we know who the probation officer would have been for this particular matter, Mr. Ellisell?
That I don't have a note of, Your Honor.
So,
Yeah, I don't see any, if that it was assigned to any one judge. I don't, they didn't update the system.
okay, so clearly it was a day when you were out. And yes. All right. And so, Mr. Ellisell, this is what I'd like to do. Do you have the documentation from your client as to his completion of the court's requirements?
I do not, Your Honor, and I was gonna see if the court could inquire directly to Mr. El-Zubaidi of who he sent these to. That might answer our question, even if we have to come back.
All right, sir, Mr. El-Zubaidi, who did you submit your documentation to at the court? Unmute for me. We still can't hear him.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes,
I hear you now.
Now, who did you submit your documentation to at the court? Who did you send it to?
We send it to the what's his the number you give me. We tax to her for the everything, for the work, for everything. We tax for her and she received everything.
I don't know who he's referring to.
I don't either. Your Honor, could we just get a return date and I'll directly provide them to Your Honor?
Okay, wonderful. And let's do that. Can I put it on for next Friday, the 21st at 10 o'clock?
That'll work, Your Honor, please.
Right. So I'm going to adjourn Mr. El-Zubaidi's matter to July 21st, 2023, and that will be at 10 o'clock a.m. And then Mr. Ellisell, Attorney Ellisell, if you could find out who he sent that information to, and if you're able to get that all straightened out before Friday, certainly you can walk on to my docket and we'll get you squared away. My apologies, when my clerk is not there.
No worries, Your Honor. I know you guys are on top of everything, so it's we'll figure it out. Don't worry. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Judge, if I may, I got some information. I called Ms. Green. And she said that Mr. El-Zubaidi did provide information that he did complete community service. Who's sending me the email as we speak.
Wonderful. And he's paid his fines and costs?
And he has paid his fines and costs.
And so the matter is eligible for closure today?
It is. As far as I know, if I'm correct, Mr. Ellisell, he's done everything as far as I can see on the system, but I don't know what else. But yes, he's paid his fines and costs and he's done the community service.
All right, very good. Then Mr. Ellisell, do you want to move for closure today?
Respectfully, yes, Your Honor. We've been here quite a bit. I would appreciate that.
All right, very good. I'm going to close this matter with improvement. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you, Ms. Mack, for getting that information for us. All right, so now you're free to leave and I don't have to see you on the 21st.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Mr. El-Zubaidi.
Thank you so much.
All right.
It was under a delayed sentence, just so you're so you would know, Judge.
When is the delayed sentence, Ms. Mack?
Hold on 1 second. We did it on December the 1st of 22, so he's met that requirement.
All right, then, Mr. Ellisell, pursuant to the offer or the plea agreement, I'm dismissing this matter without prejudice. Even better.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful morning.
All right, you do the same. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. El-Zubaidi.
Thank you so much.
All
Have
right.
a good day. Bye-bye.
All right, wonderful. Ms. O'Driscoll, who do you have?
I have Miss Danya El-Khwali.
Wonderful. Let me place that on the record. I have case number Z8087331. Ms. El-Khwali, please state your full name for the record. Uh-oh, I can't hear you. No, I cannot hear you. You'll have to work out your audio. Ms. O'Driscoll, go ahead and place your appearance on the record for me.
Yes, Jennifer O'Driscoll on behalf of the probation department.
All right. Ms. Elkwawi?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, please state your name.
I have to switch to the phone.
Okay.
My name is Danielle Cowie.
All right. Thank you. How are you this morning?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. All right, Ms. O'Driscoll, tell me what's going on with Ms. Elkwawi.
Ms. O'Connelly is doing very well this time. Since she was here last month, she has since completed the alcohol highway safety education and the marijuana insight program. She continues to test randomly twice per week, and those tests have been negative, all negative thus far. She continues with her mental health services with her therapist, and that's where she stands as of now.
All right, wonderful. And has she been paying on her fines and costs?
I believe she's
not yet.
Yeah, she was working on paying for all the classes first.
Okay. All right. Very good. Ms. Alkawi, have you learned anything in those classes that you've taken and completed so far?
Yes, I did. I learned so much.
Can you share one thing with me that you've learned?
Well, I've learned that, oh, there's so many, but each story in the videos like covered a different topic and how many people can get affected by this just small decision. And it was very traumatic to see.
Yes, absolutely. How you can make, you're calling a small decision, but it has big consequences when people get behind the wheel under the influence, right?
Yes.
All right. What did you learn in that marijuana insight program?
Well, I learned that it affects everybody differently and people should be careful using it because it could have its benefits, but also it could take a wrong turn.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Very good. Then listen, what I am going to do is you're in great shape, taking some classes. I want you to start paying on your fines and costs. Ms. O'Driscoll, how long has she been on probation with us?
He was originally sentenced on March 9th.
All right.
So she's been on for about 4 months.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to see you back on, let's do August the 11th, 2023. And that will be at 10 o'clock a.m. Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. O'Driscoll. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ms. Alkwawi. And then I have one more probation matter, Mr. Asbury. Do you have that one, Ms. O'Driscoll?
I do not.
All right. Mr. Asbury, where's your probation officer?
Her name is Miss McCall. I have no idea, Your Honor. She notified me about the court date because it was supposed to be last week, but she's not here today.
All right. Let me put you on mute, but mute yourself. Ms. Mack, find out if Ms. McCall is here. All right.
I'm on it.
Wonderful. You would be. All right. Are we ready for the intake? Did someone go in with the intake already?
Yes, Judge, I'm ready on Ms. Hicks.
All right. Mr. Green, are you ready on Ms. Hicks?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Ms. Mack, make sure you run Ms. Hicks so that we have everything. Can someone read Ms. Hicks' case number into the record?
Yes, Your Honor, 220-590-3901.
Thank you. Ms. Hicks, state your full name for me.
Tawanda Charlena Hicks.
All right, good morning to you.
Morning to you as well.
All right, thank you for your patience. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. No problem.
All right. Ms. Hicks, you ready to come into our specialty court and work the program?
I am ecstatic. I'm so optimistic.
Yes, that's what the judge told me yesterday when she called me to talk to me and tell me that you were coming. And so, or that you were being considered for the program. And so I'm glad that you're enthusiastic about coming. It is work, but it is good work. It's great work. It looks like Mr. Green is going to be your case manager. You have a great case manager. And so I hope that you will work with him and work with us as we try to help you get to a better place. How does that sound?
Magnificent.
All right, awesome. Is there anything in particular you want me to know about you?
It's been a long day coming. I know I've been incarcerated for about 6 weeks, but I don't look at it as bad luck. I look at it as life pushing me in a direction I should have chosen for myself. And now, you know, this comes along with it. I needed this help. I needed this help. I've tried and tried, and I think this is the perfect avenue for me to go down to really get a better quality of life and get back the privilege of being the parent I know my son deserves to have.
Yes. How old is your son?
I have a 31-year-old and I have an 8-year-old.
Ma'am, what did you say? 31 and 8?
I had a child at 17 and one at 40. And then my oldest son, he has 2 sons, so I have 2 grandsons too. And I'm just really excited about, you know, getting back into their lives. And, you know, my oldest son says, I want my mom back and I want you to be in my children's, you know, life like you raised me. And I'm just, you know, so I'm really ready to do the footwork.
All right, awesome, awesome. All right, Mr. Green, what do you want to tell me about Miss Hicks?
Yes, Your Honor. I had the pleasure of interviewing Ms. Hicks yesterday. Ms. Hicks is a 49-year-old Black woman. She does have an associate's degree. She does want to participate in our specialty court program. She does appear that she can benefit from our services here in our specialty court program. She has no violent convictions of violent offenses, and she has not participated in the specialty court program within the past 10 years. I have spoken with Ms. Hicks at length and explained the program to her yesterday, and she has expressed a desire to work the program, and she is eager to work the program. And at this time, I'm recommending that she be admitted into our specialty court program.
All right, did you get the necessary footwork done for the nest for today?
Yes, Your Honor, and I was waiting from a call back from staff at the jail because we do have an update on that. So they're ready to go, but they need to do some on their end at the jail. But I'm gonna fill them in, so she should be good to go.
All right, and then we can schedule her for pickup today, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wait, I have something I need to add. I called Access Line and I expressed my that I wanted to go to Naomi's Nest, but because
You don't have to put it, yeah.
No, I don't want you to place all that on the record. Miss, we are aware of the obstacle that was encountered on the Access Line, but Mr. Green is working with Naomi's Nest and they're gonna work with you. They are one of our providers, okay?
Wonderful, thank you.
All right, very good. I didn't mean to cut you off, but there's some information I know I don't want you to put for the whole world here, okay?
All right.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Green. Mr. Reed, you in the breakout room with Ms. Hicks.
Yes, sir. Thank you. First of all, I put on the record that Ms. Hicks is eligible to participate in specialty court under Michigan law. It was a pleasure to talk to her. She's very intelligent. We did go over the court's order. We talked about testing, counseling, community service. We talked about no alcohol, no narcotics. We also talked about the fact that she cannot leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. She's aware that the court has the ability to amend the order, to change the order, and she's receptive to that. We also talked about the fact that she does have a dismissible case. When she successfully completes the program, her charges may be dismissed, and she's very happy about that. Judge, we also talked about her driver's license. She indicated that at one time she did have a valid Michigan driver's license. It may be suspended now because of some civil infraction, and she is eager to obtain a valid driver's license. I indicated to her that we would give her all the assistance we can to make that goal possible. Judge, she also understands that honesty is the best policy. When I talked to her, I explained to her that no one in the program wants to hurt her. We only want to help her, and we can do that if she is honest, and she was receptive to that. Judge, I would again put on the record that she is eligible to participate in the program under Michigan law. Again, she was very pleasant to talk to. She talked about her associate degree, and she's receptive, Judge. And I'm recommending her participation in the program. We also talked about her health. She is taking some medicine, and she's concerned about that. And I advised her to talk to her case manager concerning her health and her medications. Thank you, Judge, and thank you, Ms. Hicks.
Thank you. Very good. Ms. Hicks, are you satisfied that between Mr. Green and Mr. Reed, that they answered all of your questions?
Absolutely.
All right, wonderful. And I have your commitment to work the program?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Shannon.
Then I am going to accept you into our specialty court program. I look forward to working with you. Do you have any questions for me?
I think everything is clear. I am so excited. You have a beautiful spirit, energy, and you seem like you really want to help, and I oblige. I am really grateful.
Yes, and that's the whole team. So this is just the entire team. You're going to find that with the entire team, that everybody's on deck and willing to help you. So we're glad that you're willing to receive that help. Miss Mack, we're going to do her order where she will get a personal bond, and it will be released to Naomi's Nest only. And they will pick her up, and her next court date is going to be Mr. Green. Do you want to do her on that Wednesday? I want to just check in with her.
On the next Wednesday,
Yeah, it's gonna be.
that will be the 9th. No, what was that? Yeah, the 19th.
Yeah, but that's not good. That's not gonna be good. I want to do a check-in. Can I do the check-in on that Friday? And it will really just be a check-in on the 21st.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
All right, we'll do a return to court on July 21st, 2023. I'll put her on for 8:30 a.m. I just want to make sure she's at the Nest. They've taken care of her medical concerns or addressed her need for her medications, and then we'll go from there. All right.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
And if there's any issue with respect to her getting to the Nest today, please let me know well before the close of business so we can work on it.
Will
So we
do.
can have an opportunity to troubleshoot.
Will do.
All right, but I think it's early enough. We're in good shape. All right. So I look forward to seeing you, Miss Hicks, in person or on screen, not at the jail. And I look forward to you working with the wonderful staff at Naomi's Nest. Okay.
Likewise. Thank you.
All right. Take care, ma'am. And thank you for your patience this morning. All right. Thank you at the jail, if you all can hear me. Thank you so much.
She says thank you.
All right.
She's the best. It looks like she's really great.
Are we all set? All right, let's do it.
You have a great weekend, Your Honor.
You do the same. Thank you so much. We'll get the paperwork over to you shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Judge,
Yes.
if I may,
Yes.
I have Ms. McCall in for Mr. Asbury to do that other case, the probation case that we have at 10.
All right. Very good. Let's do that one very quickly. I see Miss Warfield, Attorney Warfield, is ready to go, and I'm ready to go as well. And Ms. Taylor, you all are ready to go on the termination hearing. Do we have Sydney Rogers?
We do need a prosecutor, Your Honor, and if I could have Ms. Shayla in the conference room, please. I didn't get a chance to speak with her yet.
Ms. Taylor?
No, not Ms. Taylor, the defendant.
Oh, Ms. Walker. Okay.
Ms. Walker, yes, I'm sorry.
Be in a breakout room already. So Ms. Wilson, could you place Attorney Warfield in that breakout room? All right, and then you all let me know when you're ready to go. All right, I am ready on Arnold Asbury II. I have case number Z8087671. Ms. McCall, place your appearance on the record for me.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael McCall, on behalf of the probation department.
Thank you and good morning, Ms. McCall. All right. Mr. Asbury, place your full name on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Arnold Asbury II.
The second, yes, sir. All right. Good morning, Mr. Asbury. You taking care of business?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. All right, Ms. McCall, update me on Mr. Asbury.
Your Honor, Mr. Asbury was placed on probation on March 28th, 2023, for 6 months. He was ordered to pay $410 and assess fines and costs, pay all outstanding traffic tickets, no alcohol, no use of possession of illegal substances, random urinalysis twice a week for 90 days, and will be reviewed by the court. Complete the alcohol highway safety class level 1 and pay the assessed fines and costs. And return on April 28th, 2023 at 10 a.m. for the first review. Mr. Asbury last appeared, Your Honor, by Zoom on May 26th, 2023. And at that time, he was instructed to continue testing as directed. The court was aware of his RX card, and the court instructed Mr. Asbury to pay his last final ticket, which is associated with SP 143-67793. And in regards to Ms. Perry, who was the complainant on this case, she was not present on the last review with her attorney and determine what restitution, if any. And Mr. Asbury was instructed to return on his next review of July 7th, 2023. However, on July 7th, 2023, Mr. Asbury did appear by Zoom, and he was given a court date of today. In regards to his probation, Your Honor, he has completed the alcohol highway safety class. He has paid his assessed fines and costs in full. He has provided verification of his RX card. And in regards to that ticket, SP, excuse me, 143-67993, that ticket has been paid and it is closed. His final review date on this case is September 28th, 2023. In regards to his testing, last tested on July 5th, which was negative for substances, and the July 12th, 2023, and the July 14th results are still pending.
All right, but he's been testing how often a week, Ms. McCall?
He was testing twice per week.
All right, and so he is in compliance with that part of my order?
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. Very good. Mr. Asbury, what did you learn in that alcohol safety education program or class?
Basically, just to make smart decisions, because all your decisions don't just affect you, they can affect other people. And drinking is really not cool with driving at all, not even just a sip. Like, if you can't just drink and be social and be where you at, like at home or something, then you shouldn't drink and drive. But yeah, that's basically it though. You shouldn't drink and drive because it's different for different people, but it also is like it alters your actions. So
yeah. Your decision making, your response time, right?
Right. Yeah. It definitely give you a delayed reaction. You could think that you know that you're okay, but it might just be your your brain telling you that you're okay, but your body is not. It's not balancing out the same.
Yes. Yes. I hope that when you went to that class or you did that particular session, that you really took heed to, I know you saw some things about how people's lives have been devastated, completely devastated.
Yeah, definitely.
People who did not drink and drive, but they were the victims of people who drank and drive. And you saw how families were devastated. And so I hope that you will hold on to that, because a lot of people think that, oh, I can drive buzzed or what have you, but you said it, your delayed response can cost someone their life and the impact, and it could cost you your freedom, right? And so I hope that you will really hold on to that, okay?
I certainly will.
All right, awesome. I know you didn't want to be here on a probation because your charge was reckless driving, but that's okay. I think that this has done you some good. And so I want you to continue doing what you're doing. I'm not going to change anything. If you do what you're supposed to do, you should only have 2 more reviews with me. You're gonna see me on August 18th, 2023, and that will be at 10 o'clock a.m. And then we'll set your final review date from there, okay?
Okay, Your Honor. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I appreciate you too. Thank you, Ms. McCall, for working with this young man. All right?
Thank you so much, Your Honor, and have a wonderful weekend, you and your staff.
Both of you.
Thank you.
All
You
right.
too as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Staff.
All right. I need to, Mr. Yancey, close out the specialty court that's scheduled for today. Let me close out with Ashley Richardson. Let's have Ms. Richardson take the podium, please. Ms. Matt, you can read your cases into the record for me, please. That would help me greatly.
Yes, Judge. 1 second, I got to get to her. Okay. SP 110-32971, SP 116-18892, and Z8069551 for Ashley Richardson.
All right, thank you, Ms. Richardson. State your full name, please.
Ashley Richardson.
Ms. Richardson, why are you sitting in my box? Seems like I've been waiting for you for a few days.
I'm sorry?
Why are you in the courtroom today? You tell me what's going on.
Because I missed my 4th of July testing.
And why did you miss your 4th of July testing?
Because I've been on layoff since the 25th of June, and they haven't given me my unemployment yet, so I've been short on money. I haven't been eating. Or nothing. I haven't been doing, I ain't even got gas to eat.
Ms. Richardson, did Mr. Yancey know that you didn't have money to test? Because we pay for testing when people hit a rough spot. You know that, of all people.
Yes.
Did you tell Mr. Yancey, I don't have money to pay for testing? And so therefore, Mr. Yancey said, I don't care. You got to go test. And so you missed your test on the 4th of July.
No, that wasn't the case. Not for the 4th of July. Not for the 4th of July.
All right. That's what I want to make sure. Mr. Yancey didn't know in advance that you didn't have money for testing. Mr. Yancey learned about that after the fact, right?
Yes, I thought I was going to have the money.
Okay. Ms. Richardson, you know that holiday testing is very critical. Why? Because people sometimes they take a risk. They think my color's not going to drop, or they turn up and then all of a sudden their color it drops because they trying to count tests. And I tell y'all all the time, don't count tests. So you know it's unacceptable to miss on the holiday, right?
Yeah.
The other thing I'm struggling with, Ms. Richardson, is that you have some things going on, and I don't want to put your business on the record, and I don't want you to put your business on the record, but you have not given Mr. Yancey the opportunity to connect you with resources to help you. We're sitting here on resources to help people, but we don't know you need help. Remember, we talked about communication. We don't even know that you need help. And so we're sitting on resources. You just said, I'm not eating. That doesn't even line up for me. Not when we have a food bank at Lake Ridge where you can go and get food. Not when we have Miss Griffin from Team Jefferson, from Team Wellness, I'm sorry, who helps us and aligns us with food resources. And I think there's another food resource that we have. And so if you're not telling us what's going on, we're not able to help you. And I'm kind of disappointed about that because I thought you knew us.
I was trying to do it on my own.
I understand that, but listen, you're here. You might as well make the best of it. And let me say this, I appreciate you trying to do it on your own. I understand, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm stubborn too. I don't like asking people for help. And when I ask people for help, they run and help me because they know I probably needed it a year ago. They run, they make it happen pronto. But listen, you have to open your mouth and ask for help, especially when it's going to cause you to have to face consequences. Okay? You've got to open your mouth and say something. We won't put your business out there. Just let Mr. Yancey know. Mr. Yancey will connect you with resources, help you, and he may or may not tell me what's going on as long as the issue gets resolved. And certainly if he tells me, I'm not gonna come on Zoom and tell everybody. Okay? So going forward, I need you to do that because Ms. Richardson, you can't miss testing. I see you over there crying. What are those tears for?
I just found out I was pregnant yesterday.
Ms. Richardson. All right, we'll talk about that on another day. You just found out you're probably trying to digest it all yourself, right? I know you are. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up, okay? Take a day or two to step back and just process. Okay? And then if you want to have a conversation about that on another day, we can, and we won't do it on Zoom.
Okay.
All right? I want you to be all right. So you've got a lot of stuff on your plate, right? You do. So let me take this time to remind you that you have made so much progress since you've been with us. When you came to us, you weren't holding down a job. And now I have an Ashley Richardson standing before me that goes to work, have a good job. Is that right?
Yes.
And you passed probation period, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you have made a lot of progress. I have Ashley Richardson who is connected to services and that has reached out to get help in areas where she needs help. And are you still continue to get your services through your provider, your counseling?
Yes. Yes.
So see, you've made some progress. I have an Ashley Richardson that's standing before me who will show up for the things she needs to show up for. You don't remember in the beginning, you weren't doing that. And now you show up. Remember? Yeah. So you've made a lot of progress. Listen, I don't want you to think that because something else has happened or you've hit this snag in the road, that now we're going to throw away all the stuff that you have done well in. We're not doing that, right?
Right.
All right. I need you to convince me. We're not throwing all that stuff away, right?
No,
We're not. We're not, because we've seen a different Ashley Richardson show up. So we know she has the ability to do what she's supposed to do. We know she has the ability to make good decisions. We know that she has the ability and the drive to show up for work and take care of herself and her children. So we're not throwing all of that away, okay? But I do think we're going to have to regroup and talk about where do we go from here. How does that sound? Sounds good? All right. Can you reach out to your counselor today?
He's gonna reassess, yeah.
He's gonna
Okay.
talk about you. Miss Richardson,
Yes.
are you able to get in touch with your counselor today?
Yes, I talked to him all the time.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, what I'm going to recommend, I want her to reach out to her counselor and talk about Ms. Richardson. I want you to be honest with your counselor about everything that's going on, as well as with Mr. Yancey. So between the two of them, they can work out some things to make sure that we keep you on this good path that you've been on. Can I count on you to do that?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Yancey, what do you think about that recommendation, or did you have a different recommendation?
That sounds good. I was gonna see if she could get reassessed with Ms. Price, because we did have a slight hiccup this morning
What hiccup did you have this morning?
on the screen.
I'm not aware of it. You need to send it to me.
Okay.
Does she know her screening results?
Yes.
Ms. Richardson, you want to tell me what's in your screen, or do you know what's gonna show up in your screen, right?
Actually really good for you. He said alcohol, but I haven't been drinking. I haven't even been able to eat, so I know I haven't been drinking.
Now, let me say this to you, Ms. Richardson. I'm gonna send it out for a confirmation, because if you denying it, I have to get it confirmed. If it comes back confirmed as alcohol, I'm gonna send you to the Wayne County Jail, not for drinking, but for not being honest. That's how it's gonna work. Because they can tell me if it's environmental or if it's alcohol, if it's drinking
And alternatively, Judge, I might recommend, because I think Ms. Richardson is genuine about her problems and concerns, that maybe she could retest as well, Judge, today.
She can, but I'm just telling you, Mr. Fikens, we're sending, if she's denying, I'm sending that specimen out for confirmation, and we're gonna pay for it. If it comes back confirmed that it's alcohol, then she's gonna be billed for it. And if it comes back that it's alcohol, she's gonna go a day to the Wayne County Jail for not being truthful. Not for drinking, but not being truthful. So before we do anything, I'm gonna give Ms. Richardson some time to think about that. Okay, Ms. Richardson? I'm gonna give you some time to think about that, and then you can let Mr. Yancey know whether or not we need to send it out for confirmation. Okay?
And I'll be happy to go into a breakout room with Ms. Richardson, Your Honor.
Yes. But I am going to order today that she's to be reassessed by Ms. Price. I need that to happen today. And so while she's at the court, so she's there, let's get her reassessed, Mr. Yancey. And then Ms. Price will work with her, and I'm sorry, do a better job in the right area. Ms. Price will work with her provider to make sure that she gets any additional services that are deemed necessary from a clinical perspective. And then Mr. Yancey, you let me know if that test needs to go out for a confirmation. Now, Richardson, you know, I told y'all in the beginning, be honest with me. Be honest with me. Honesty gonna always go farther with me. You make me jump through hoops, I'm gonna make you jump through double the number of hoops I'm gonna jump through. You're gonna always do more work than me when it comes to hoop jumping, okay? All right, so I want to just put that out there. All right.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I was gonna say, you know, Ms. Price isn't physically in the office, but she is still working, so Mr. Yancey can reach out to her and she can schedule something for his client.
Yeah.
And I have about 45 minutes ago.
Okay. All right.
I appreciate that.
All right, awesome. Okay. And so, but let's get her reassessed. Mr. Yancey, did you have any other recommendation as to Ms. Richardson?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. In fact, what she told you, it's taken me a while to even understand what she said. So, and I'm just now understanding what she said, because I didn't hear her at first, what she told you. So I didn't even know that. And I did talk to Ms. Richardson this morning. So she's got a lot going on.
Yes. So, and that's why I want her, I want her to get reassessed while even though Ms. Price may not be physically in the courtroom, she can get reassessed from the conference room with Ms. Price by way of video. I want that to happen before she leaves the court today, because we have a plan in place.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then Mr. Yancey, I'm going to approve for the next, let's do 2 weeks at a time for her testing to be covered by the court. Okay.
Yes. And I did give her some resources, some food resources. So obviously we don't want her going hungry. So we'll do everything on our end to assist Ms. Richardson, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And so Ms. Richardson, you've got to show up for your testing. If she needs bus passes, please make sure you give those to her as well. You must show up for your testing. You miss a test, you're gonna have to, okay? Right, and so Mr. Fikens wants to go in a breakout room with me. I think that he should. Let me give her next date, but I need you all to follow me before we go to business today as to Ms. Richardson. So let me
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm sorry to chime in, but just an additional resource. My church gives out free food on Saturdays, and tomorrow is one of the days, Central Baptist Church on Sorrento and Myers.
All right, somebody write that down. Thank you, counsel.
You're welcome.
Write that down and give that to Ms. Richardson, because that's a lot to remember. Because nobody in this program should be going without food. We have too many resources available. All right, very good. Okay, so I need you all to circle back with me, and then I'm going to give Miss Richardson a return to court date of, I want to check in with her on July 21st. And it can be by way of Zoom unless you tell me something different, Mr. Yancey. July 21st, 2023, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. It'll be just a quick check-in with Miss Richardson. I want to know that she's on track. I want to see her. I want to see what's going on, okay? All right, Miss Richardson? So you're gonna go into
Did you say the 21st or the 23rd?
the 21st. Did I say? Yeah, 21st. It's a Friday. Okay, all right. I need you to go in that breakout. Miss, will get you set up so you can go into the breakout room with Mr. Vikings. And then Miss Richardson, while you're on off time, find some constructive things to do. Like if you have your community service hours that you haven't done yet, find some things that are constructive. Mr. Yancey, talk with her about that. Make sure you dive into your treatment and continue to go and do the things that you need to do, okay?
Okay, I go back to work Monday, so Friday when I come to do my check-in, can it be at 9 o'clock on my first break?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for letting me know that. 9 o'clock.
Okay.
9 o'clock. Miss Mac, we'll set her up for 9 o'clock on July 21st. All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, and you all circle back to me. Let me know what Ms. Price's findings were.
Yes, Judge.
All right, and you'll go in that breakout room. Thank you. And then let me know about the confirmation, whether we know information.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. All right. All right, let's see. I still see 12 folks. There was an attorney that's in, ma'am. Did you check in with my clerk? Is that for Billy Anderson?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor. I didn't check in, but
Is your client with you?
he's in a waiting room, Your Honor.
All right, and so this is scheduled for pretrial, is that correct?
Yes, I think it may be like a final pretrial, but yes, pretrial. We're just requesting a jury trial today.
All right, very good. Ms. Mack, if you could, thank you, counsel. Ms. Mack, if you could get a scheduling order out for me so that we are able to go through that scheduling order and schedule the jury trial.
Okay, yes, Judge, hold on, I gotta get it, 1 second.
All right, I'm gonna take just a quick break, counsel. I got to move just for a few minutes. Thank you so much.
No problem at all.
Mr. Yancey, if you could still hear me, and Ms. Mack, council placed that information about the food giveaway in the chat. If somebody could take down that information and make sure Ms. Richardson gets it. I want to
Also sent it to Ms. Wilson. I think I sent it to you by accident. I was trying to respond to her, so I believe she might have wrote it down.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. All
You're
right.
welcome.
Let's resource. Oh my goodness, it's been a long morning. Let's recess just for a minute. All right. Did we find Miss Rogers? Not find Miss Rogers, but I know she's busy.
No, I just texted her. She said she's zooming in now.
All right. I just need a moment. And then Miss Warfield is messaging.
Mr. Fikens,
Yes, sir.
have you completed talking to Miss Richardson?
Yes.
Are we still asking for confirmation, or have we changed our request?
We're changing our request, Mr. Reed.
Really?
Yes.
That's good.
Okay.
Hopefully he never passes here. And he won't.
Good morning, Miss Rogers.
Hey, morning.
Morning. Just wanted to say hi.
Hey, Mr. Yancey.
Hey, how are you? I think my defendant is in a breakout room. I'm gonna see if you and her can be placed in a breakout room.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You need something, let me know.
Okay.
Miss Wilson, can Miss Price and Miss Richardson be placed in a breakout room? I think Miss Richardson, if she's not already there, she can go into the room downstairs.
Yep, here I go now.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
It said he's in need of providing support group leading at this time. He is currently.
All right, we are ready. If you all will indulge me for 2 seconds, I just want to do this scheduling order very quickly, and then I'm ready for the termination hearing for Sharkay Walker. So
Ju-
I want to, yes, Mr. Reed?
I believe Mr. Fikens has had a conversation with Ashley Richardson. And Mr. Fikens, do you want to tell the judge that Ms. Richardson has withdrawn her request for confirmation? I think that's what it is. Mr.
Yes,
Fikens?
Judge. I had a real pleasant talk with Miss Richardson. I think it was heartfelt, Judge, and she did admit to use and wants to withdraw her request for confirmation.
And then Mr. Fikens, I appreciate that. Please let Ms. Richardson know that. And I want to continue with the course of action that I outlined on the record earlier. I'm not changing anything.
Thank you, Your Honor, and I appreciate that.
And that's happening as we speak, Your Honor.
Okay, well, an hour later, I'm gonna let you
Appreciate
go.
it. All right. Okay, if we could bring in Billy Anderson. And then I'm ready on Sharkay Walker. Miss Matt, look up Tynesha Watt to see if she paid. It's Billy Anderson. You have your client with you, counsel? You said they're in the waiting room?
Yes, when he called, he said he was in a waiting room. He was worried that it might be under his son's name because he's using his son's device, but I told him to change the name.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can find them. If not, I'm gonna keep going with the remainder of my docket. Miss Rogers, Miss Warfield, are we ready on Walker?
Yes, we're ready, Judge.
All right, hello, Rogers, let's do it.
Morning.
Judge, if I may address the court, if you're completed with the specialty court docket, may Mr. Fikens and I zoom out?
Yes, sir. Yep, because Tanisha Watts is adjourned to pay. Yes, sir.
Thank
Bye.
you, Judge.
Trying to start your weekend early.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good weekend and be safe, Judge. Thank you.
The same. You know, we're on standby though, because anything can happen.
24 hours, Judge, 24 hours.
Hate to say it, but you're right. All right.
Yes, yes.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Mr. Fikens. All right, let's go to Ms. Sharkay Walker, case number U617-64621 and case number Z807-2191. For the people,
Good morning, Sydney Rogers for the people, P82072.
thank you. And for defendant,
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Jessica Warfield, P85391 on behalf of Ms. Walker, who is present via Zoom.
thank you. Ms. Walker, state your name.
Sharkay Lanisha Walker.
Thank you, Ms. Walker. I need you to keep your face in that screen for me, okay?
Okay.
All right, and then for specialty court,
Specialty Court Case Manager Jasmine Taylor.
all right, thank you. This is the termination hearing for Ms. Sharkay Walker. Who wants to proceed first?
I can, Your Honor, if you want me to kind of put
Yes.
all of the events on the record. So Ms. Walker entered our program back on July 1st of 2020. Since then, she has absconded 5 times. She was last active in our program on August 31st of 2022. She did go into warrant status and absconded on that day. While in warrant status, she did obtain a new charge for Third Circuit Court. And then she also obtained another charge on March.
For Third Circuit.
I'm sorry?
Tell us what the new charge is for Third Circuit. I want to make the record.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you have it, if not, one of the
I do.
attorneys. Okay.
No, I do. That was for domestic violence aggravated.
Oh, I didn't hear you faded out. Domestic violence and
Aggravated. Can you hear me?
you keep flickering out. You said domestic violence aggravated, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
And then there was a new charge on March 30th, 2023, which she was just sentenced to on July 13th of 2023 for assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault.
And she did enter a plea for that. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And so, Ms. Taylor, are there any other facts that you'd like to place on the record?
And I'm sorry, I probably should have, I actually want to make sure I read that correctly. So this last charge on March 30th, it was originally assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder, assault, count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault, and count 3, domestic violence aggravated, which then she was sentenced to count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault.
All right, and Ms. Taylor, what is your recommendation today with respect to termination?
My recommendation is that Ms. Walker be terminated from our specialty court program.
Okay, and tell me why.
My recommendation is for her to be terminated from the program, as she now has a assaultive charge that does not follow the guidelines of our specialty court program, as well as she has not been compliant in our program even prior to this charge. As I mentioned, she absconded 5 different times. She was not actively working the program, and she had been gone for almost a year now.
Very good. Who wants to now respond?
I can go next.
Yeah.
I'm in concurrence with what Ms. Taylor said. My argument will be very brief because as far as I know, the termination is stipulated to. Ms. Walker is not a good fit for this program anymore due to this charge and this plea. The facts of this have been made aware to defense of this court in front of specialty court. They're very serious now facts. She has entered a plea to them, and this happened while she was under the jurisdiction of specialty court. Looking at the MCL that dictates specialty court in the state, you cannot have a violent offender, and especially with this circumstance and these facts here. Ms. Walker unfortunately is no longer a candidate for the specialty court, and I'm asking for termination.
All right, let me ask you about the MCL. Doesn't it specifically state and define what is considered to be a violent offender?
It does. I do not have it in front of me. I can get it. It does say it, and here we do have a victim, and it was a very, very violent offense, and that was determined by looking at the police report and the documentation related to this offense.
Okay, and I believe that the legislation indicates or defines violent offender as if you cause some bodily harm to someone, or it's criminal sexual conduct. And it's my understanding, based on the charges, as well as the matter that she's pled to, and I'm glad you mentioned the police report, that there was some harm done to this individual. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And does anybody know what that harm was? I have to make a record. If you all are asking me to terminate pursuant to the statute, I've got to make a record.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry if I can chime back in. The victim was set up to be raped. She was penetrated and she was physically assaulted.
And didn't you all say something about there was an injury to her head at one time?
Yes, Your Honor, she did report an injury to her head as she was hit in the head with a bottle by our client, Ms. Walker.
All right, thank you. And so your recommendation is to terminate. Let me hear from defense counsel.
Yes, Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Walker. Let me say this, Your Honor, with the permission of my client. My client has acknowledged that she has a lot going on. My client has acknowledged her shortcomings so far with our program. And based off the conversation that I had with her, it's very clear from my client, not only does she know that she needs the help from our specialty court program, but she wants it. In the same breath, Your Honor, she is very honest about her shortcomings right now. And her biggest concern is that although she wants the help and she needs the help with everything going on, she's not sure if she's able to give the 150% that is required of our program. I say all of that to say, though, Ms. Walker expressed adamantly that she wants our help and that she needs it. And she understands the seriousness of our program. And she wants to make sure, again, that she's not placed in a situation where she's making the court feel like we're wasting our time. So that is one concern that Ms. Walker has had. She's expressed to me, again, with her permission, to express to you that, if she was to test, things may not come back as we would like, but that all goes to the fact of she wants and needs our help. She's not contesting anything that has already been put on the record. And Your Honor, I believe that she was sentenced to probation on one of those charges that she did plead to. So she is still out in the community. And again, with everything going on, she knows and understands that she needs our help and she is wanting our help.
All right, are you going to address the statutory argument that the prosecutor raised?
Your Honor, I can't address it, and I know this may sound a little weird, but prosecution is correct. That is the statutory requirement of our specialty court, that we aren't supposed to allow those who have been charged and convicted of assaultive crimes when there is a victim that has had great bodily harm. However, it's also discretionary, Your Honor. So being that the Third Circuit Court stated that, has agreed to a probationary period, I think that speaks volumes. And again, based off of what Ms. Walker has stated in regards to not only needing our help, but wanting it, I believe that we should still keep her in our program.
Counsel Warfield, address the issue that your client, she just got out of jail because she had those felony charges and she was incarcerated. She just got out and she's already back to, I'm going to test dirty. And the fact that she has shown us over and over again by being an absconder at least 5 times that she's just not willing to work the program.
Absolutely, Your Honor. So I think that goes back to my client's honesty about having a lot going on. And she has now multiple matters in multiple jurisdictions that she's being forced to handle, that she's not able to run away from anymore. So I think with this new epiphany and this enlightenment, again, my client has been very clear that she has not been perfect, that she has had a lot of shortcomings. But now with everything going on, with the new circumstances, she's also realized that she needs our help. And she stated to me, again, Ms. Walker gave me the permission to state this, that the resources that we have in our court have been most helpful to her. So she is looking to stay, Your Honor, but again, she's being very honest with this court about the shortcomings that she will be coming with, but also in the mindset of she knows what's required to get the work done if she wants to do the work.
All right, thank you. Ms. Taylor, was there something additional you wanted to add?
Yes, just in response to what Attorney Warfield stated, again, Ms. Walker her whereabouts had been unknown, and she had been an absconder from this program since August 31st of 2022. So to express that she needs the help of our program, she wants the help and wants to participate, why hadn't she sought out our program all that time? Again, she has been gone just, I'd say about 10, 11 months. We found Ms. Walker after she was arrested on a different charge, and she was at the DDC. So she never reached out to our program. She never made contact with myself, Judge Holmes, or this courthouse in almost a year's time. It took now for her to come back forcefully, or more so involuntarily, after being arrested. And now she's saying she wants to use our services. If our services were helpful, I'm just curious as to why Ms. Walker had not made contact since August 31st of 2022.
Your Honor, may I respond?
Yes, and then I do want to hear from Ms. Walker if she wants to address the court. Go ahead, Attorney Warfield.
Absolutely. And just to respond to Ms. Taylor, I definitely understand that rationale. And that is what a reasonable person would do in that situation. As we are aware, we are a specialty court. Sometimes a reasonable thought process is not available at the time. And again, based off of everything that's already been put on the record about Ms. Walker's activities since she has been outside of our purview, I don't believe reasonableness may be one of her strong suits right now, hence why she truly needs our help. And I just want to express again, this came from Ms. Walker about not just wanting, but really understanding that she needs us. So just want to advocate on the wishes of my client.
Right. Let me hear from the prosecutor.
Thank you. Just to address the statutory opponent again, I originally thought this termination was stipulated too, so I didn't go into as much detail as I would have now that it's being contested. Simply, she's not eligible. Right in the MCL, it's 600.1093. It does state that a specialty court, there's no right to a specialty court. So that's why there's eligibility requirements. And one of the only eligibility requirements is it cannot be a violent offender. And then it also goes into, it can't be an offender that has committed sexual crime too, which we have both here. Based on this, she's statutorily not eligible. It would put our entire program in jeopardy. We cannot disregard this MCL to allow Ms. Walker into the program. Based on the MCL alone, she's not eligible. Plus everything that Ms. Taylor has said, that she has not worked the program in over a year. She's testing dirty. She did not walk herself in. She was in the DDC on additional charges. Ms. Walker is not a good candidate for this program on multiple reasons, but the biggest one that she's just simply not eligible based on the MCL. Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to make sure the record is clear. It's my understanding that Ms. Walker did not plead guilty to the charge that deals with setting someone up to be raped. She did not plead guilty to that, right?
That's correct.
The assaultive part of it, which in and of itself is egregious, but assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Is that the only thing she pled guilty to?
That is all I see on the ROA from the Third Circuit.
All right, very good. Ms. Walker, I want to hear from you if you want to address the court. I'm not forcing you to, I'm leaving that up to you.
Yes, I just want to say that Ms. Taylor said that I absconded August 31st from the program, but I was arrested August 4th. So how did I abscond if I was locked up already?
I think what Ms. Taylor was saying, and she may have gotten the dates may be off a little. I don't know. I don't think they are, but we're not going to dwell on dates. What she's saying is that you have walked away from the program. The bottom line is you walked away, whether you walked away on January 1st, January 2nd, 3rd, 4th, March 20th, you walked away. You had stopped complying with the program. You stopped showing up. And, Ms. Walker, this is the second time that we've given you an opportunity to participate in specialty court. You were in our other treatment court before and did not comply and absconded, and you came back, and instead of sending you to jail on your underlying charges, we gave you an opportunity to be a part of the new treatment court, which I thought would be more suitable for you. And so we have truly, truly tried with you. But go ahead. I just want to make sure we don't belabor an issue that's a non-issue. The date is a non-issue for me. Go ahead.
I understand. I just understand. I'm just saying, like, if I'm not gonna be able to do the program because I'm not, I guess I'm done with the program then. If I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't change nothing now. So.
And that's just so unfortunate that that's your mindset, that you can't change anything. There are a number of things that you can change, Ms. Walker. You can change your decision-making process. You can change connecting yourself to services to help yourself instead of just sitting at home all day doing absolutely nothing. You can change your attitude about life, not just yours, but the lives of other people. There's a lot of things that you can change. You can change and get up and go get a job and start working so that you can provide for yourself. You can change the kind of people that you hang out with and you associate with. And you can decide to be around some people that are going to speak life to you and persuade you and influence you to do some good and productive things. So there are a lot of things that you can change. And so, but that change starts with you. So if you say you can't, then probably you can't. Doesn't matter what we say, it's what you say about yourself. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make a decision today as to Ms. Taylor's termination. I have heard from all of the parties. I am going to schedule this matter to render my decision because a termination hearing should take place and the defendant should be in person. I don't think Ms. Walker was
Your Honor.
in jail. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ms. Walker did walk into your courtroom physically after she was released from jail, and I gave this date to Ms. Mack, which Ms. Mack told her about this date for her hearing, and it was instructed that it was in person.
So why didn't anybody tell me that before I started this hearing? Because I was thinking, why are we doing a termination hearing over Zoom?
I didn't know if you had already addressed that. I know I did not Zoom in at 8:30, but she was given that information, so.
Okay, so Ms. Walker, you're gonna have to come on in. Let's see. I would like to have her come in. Let's have her come in. Can we do for council? Can we do either, it would have to be Thursday, July 20th or Friday, July 21st?
Your Honor,
Either's
I
fine
do
with
have a
me.
trial on the 21st, so if we could do the 20th, that would be better.
Can we do the 20th?
That works for me. No problem.
So July 20th, 2023. I will do this at, let's go ahead and schedule this for 8:35 a.m. on July 20th. And Ms. Walker, you are to appear physically at 36 District Court. Okay? All right.
Yes.
Anything else for my consideration?
Nothing further.
All right. Thank you all for your patience. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Judge.
Walker. Thank you, Ms. Taylor. Thank you, Attorney Warfield.
No problem.
No problem, Your Honor. Thank you.
Let's go to, are we ready, Anderson?
Judge, they went to a breakout room, Prosecutor Walker and the attorney, they went to a breakout room to discuss Mr. Anderson.
All right, let's call Tynesha Watt. Ms. Mack, I'm gonna call the matter that was adjourned to pay 217166253. Did Ms. Tynesha Watt pay?
She did not pay.
She did not pay?
She did not pay.
How much is owed? Does she owe?
$325.
All right, Capias will issue, the bond will be set at $300 cash security, which is the amount, and today is the date that she said she would get it paid before, and pursuant to her plea. Also, I believe that the charge may have been amended, so I'm going to reinstate the original charge. And then as to the two remaining matters, Case number 217166252. Ms. Watt has not appeared. She was scheduled to be here at 10:30. Capias will issue, and that bond will be a personal bond. And then on case number 217166251 for Tynesha Watt, that will be a default judgment. And if that charge was amended, please reinstate the original charge. All right. Did I miss anything on the docket other than Anderson?
Judge, that we have put a Kelly Jones on the docket.
Yes, Kelly Jones was supposed to show up today. Miss Yancey, where's Kelly Jones? You didn't make that contact? Remember, I said I would give another day before I issue the warrant?
That's mental health, Judge.
Oh, I
Kelly
don't know.
Jones is,
That's
Yeah.
not me.
Can you
yeah, that,
ask someone from mental health to get on the who
I'll
had,
call up there, Judge.
please get on. I'm ready to wrap up. Attorney Walker, Prosecutor Walker, are we ready on Billy Anderson?
Your Honor, can I have just a brief moment? I just talked to Ms. Walker as far as an offer. Mr. Anderson has kind of been a little adamant about an offer, like not taking it, but I want to try to talk to him one more time. So just like 5 brief minutes.
Yes, ma'am. All right, no problem. All right, Mr. Green, I was trying to give your case away. Don't leave me just yet. On Kelly Jones, did you get anything from Kelly Jones?
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I did not.
All right, Ms. Mack, call the cases for me for Kelly Jones.
Yes, Judge, case number SP 116-23511, driver's license expired, SP 116-23512, unregistered, untitled, SP 116-23513, no plates, SP 926-5521, driver license suspended, repeat offender, SP 926-5522, no insurance, and 170-455-6201 OWVI.
All right, thank
For
you.
Kelly Jones.
Thank you. As to Ms. Jones, her case was actually up for review on Wednesday. She did not appear, and I graciously extended the time for her to come in and appear to today, or to provide documentation to Mr. Green, her case manager. Mr. Green, she has failed to appear today and she has failed to provide any documentation. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
I'm satisfied that you've done everything that you can do to get this information from Ms. Jones. Capias will issue as to each one of those matters. The bond will be set at $5,000 cash or surety. And then Mr. Green, let's make sure that we get that information to the prosecuting attorney because we want to make sure that things are okay with her. She's a part of one of our specialty court dockets. So if you could get that to Ms. Mack this morning for my signature, that would be great.
Will do, Your Honor.
All right, thank you all. All right, Mr. Griffin, did I miss anything from you all?
No, I think we're good. I think Ms. Price had the opportunity to talk to Ms. Richardson. I don't know if you need anything from her or anything.
Wanted to know if there was did she make some, she can just shoot me because I don't want to put her.
Okay, yeah, I think she contacted Mr. Yancey, so I think she's good.
All right, wonderful. I just want to know what adjustments were made, but not on YouTube. Okay. All right, very good. So then I'm just waiting on this one matter. And then we are all set. We staffed yesterday, so we are all good. We are on call. You all know anybody can walk through that door at any time for anything. So don't y'all hide from me because it's Friday. Yes.
Judge, ma'am, can you check your email, please? Thank you.
I'm doing it now.
Thank you.
Hey babe, what you doing?
Ms. Walker, did you say something?
I'm sorry, I was getting a phone call. Mr. Yancey, are you here?
Mr. Yancey is physically in the courtroom.
We ready?
Yes, could you ask Mr. Yancey to call me, Judge, on that thing that we texted about last night? I just need to confirm an address.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready on the last matter? I've got another.
Yes, Your Honor, we are ready now.
All right, Billy Anderson, if you could turn on your camera, I have case number Z808-8851. For the people.
Shannon Walker, P 53794 on behalf of the people.
And then for defendant.
Field Manager Wilkerson, P 81003 on behalf of Mr. Anderson. I'm sorry, Your Honor, I think he's having some trouble turning this video on. There he is.
And he has to take that hat off in my courtroom.
Mr. Anderson, yeah, there you go.
Okay. Wonderful. Mr. Anderson, please unmute and state your name for the record. State your name. We can't hear you if you're speaking to us.
It's just working.
Okay, Billy Anderson.
Thank you. All right, today is the date scheduled for pretrial. How are the parties proceeding?
Your Honor, I've had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Anderson regarding his rights as well as his trial rights. I did speak with him regarding the offer that I received from Ms. Walker today, which was a plea to an OWI charge with enrollment into sobriety court if he is eligible.
And did your client wish to take advantage?
He would like to avail himself to that plea, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry, Prosecutor Walker, is there anything you want to add to that?
No, Judge, I just would, I believe the pre-sentence report will tell the court what it needs to know. I have nothing to add at this point. I would just ask though, Judge, that during the pendency, after we accept the plea, that we talk about conditions.
Okay, very good. We'll do that. All right, Mr. Anderson, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give, keep your hand up, sir. Keep your hand up. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, counsel, please establish, you can place your hand down. Counsel, please establish that on the record that your client understands his constitutional rights and that he's freely, willingly, and knowingly giving up those rights in order to take advantage of the people's offer. You may proceed.
Mr. Anderson, did I speak with you in private regarding your trial rights?
Yes.
And I did tell you had an absolute right to trial, correct?
Yes.
And you have a right to present evidence and call witnesses on your behalf on this trial if you choose to go to trial?
Yes.
And are you giving up your right to trial freely on your own?
Yes.
Did anyone force you or threaten you to make you take this plea offer?
No.
Are you taking this plea offer because you are in fact guilty of the crime that you are charged with?
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
No, it's either yes or no. You can't guess.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Crime that you've been charged with.
Yes.
All right, thank you, counsel. Are you satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied as well. Let's go to factual basis. Who will voir dire the defendant?
I'll do it, Your Honor.
You may proceed.
Let me just find the date here. Mr. Anderson, on or about February 20th, 2023, were you in the area of or at the location of 19506 Manor Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes, that's my home.
And at that time, did you come in contact with the city of Detroit police?
Yes.
And when you came in contact with the police, were you in a vehicle?
Was I what?
Were you in a vehicle?
Yes.
And had you driven that vehicle earlier that day?
Yeah, about 6 o'clock.
And had you been drinking prior to driving that vehicle?
In the house.
But you had been drinking prior to getting in the vehicle and driving?
Yes. In order to move, let my father out the driveway.
I need him to answer the question that you're asking him.
Had you been drinking prior to driving that vehicle, Mr. Anderson?
Hold on, counsel. Mr. Anderson, I need you to answer the question that your attorney is asking you. Counsel, you may proceed.
Prior to driving that vehicle to move it or whatever you did when you operated the vehicle, had you been drinking prior to that?
Yes.
And how much had you had to drink? Do you remember?
A can, 24-ounce can of beer.
Did you also have any alcohol?
A single shot of
A single shot of what?
liquor.
And were you asked to take a breathalyzer test at the scene?
No,
You were not?
that I wasn't asked.
I mean, did you take a breathalyzer test at the scene?
No, I didn't.
I'm not sure how to make this factual basis. The report says that he did take a breathalyzer test and we have results from it, but I'm not sure if Mr. Anderson doesn't remember it.
They gave me a shot at the hospital.
So they took your blood at the hospital?
Yeah, but I didn't get a blood breathalyzer test at the house.
And
They,
Your
they
Honor,
did a test at the DDC
okay.
after he was cleared by the hospital.
Okay, so they drew your blood, Your Honor, for the record. The blood report came back as him having a limit of 0.17.
All right. So
And
It wasn't, Counsel, maybe, are you looking at the right one? It was actually a data master blow of 0.17 and 0.18 for Billy Anderson.
yes, that's what I just said, 0.17.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said blood.
No, 0.1. That's what I was just asking him. He said he don't remember them asking him or even doing a test with him.
Not at the house, at the hospital, yes, but not at the house.
Okay.
Your Honor, I believe I've satisfied all the elements of the crime.
Are the people satisfied?
Just if I could just follow up, Mr. Anderson, you drove a vehicle and it was driving through lawns that didn't, including your own lawn, and you had consumed alcohol before you drove, correct?
No, I didn't drive on anybody's line but my own.
But you had consumed alcohol prior to that?
Yeah, when I was in the house to move the car.
Okay, that's fine, Judge. I am satisfied that he operated a vehicle and put it in a position of risk to the public. The people are satisfied with the plea, indicating that there was a data master result of 0.17 and 0.18.
Thank you. I'm accepting the plea of guilty. I will amend the charge to OWI, operating while intoxicated. I am going to schedule, counsel, I'd like you to stay on and get connected with probation because your client has to undergo a pre-sentencing investigation. And then I am going to schedule for your client to come back for sentencing. They are asking for 6 weeks, I believe, to get those reports.
Okay.
I'd like to schedule your client to come back for sentencing on September 1st, 2023 at 10:35 a.m. That would be for sentencing. So I need you to connect with probation today. I need to also establish terms and conditions of his bond as to this matter. People may proceed.
Yes, Judge, given the fact that the defendant was severely undercharged in this matter, given that he has a prior conviction twice in 2009 for 2 prior drinking and driving offenses, given that this was a high blood alcohol level, given that he was driving on his lawn after consuming alcohol, the people are asking that an alcohol tether be placed on him pending sentencing.
Counsel, in response?
Your Honor, no, I don't have any objection to that if that's going to be the conditions of the court. I did explain to Mr. Anderson that there will be some conditions because he will be entering sobriety court.
All right. And so for the safety of the public at large, I am going to order that his bond condition will be that he is to wear an alcohol tether. He cannot drink any alcohol at all, none at all, 0. And so we need to arrange when you go on with probation, I need you to arrange for today for him to get that alcohol tether because it's effective immediately. And then I'm going to see him on September 1st, 2003 at 10:35 a.m.
Only
Anything,
have one DUI, not two.
one is too many, sir. One is too many.
Well, I'm
One,
just saying I didn't have two, I had one.
I understand, and I'm just letting you know, one is too many. One is too many. All right.
And Your
so-
Honor, you said just stay on to speak with probation, correct?
Yes, I'm gonna have Ms. Mack, if you can get them to sign on so that counsel, you can get the information. Because if your client fails to comply with the terms and conditions of my bond, I'm gonna have him picked up and sent to the Wayne County Jail. I don't want to do that. I want to set him up to win. So let's have him talk to probation today so he can know who he'll be working with. He can know where he needs to show up for today to get his alcohol tether. Today, Ms. Mack, I want that alcohol tether. And he can, they can still, reiterate to him, no drinking. No drinking means zero. And so that he'll be ready to get his report done so we can get him into our specialty court. Okay?
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you, Judge.
All right. Thank you all. All right.
And can I be put in a breakout room with Mr. Yancey real quick to verify the address?
Yes, and I'm gonna ask the other, Mr. Anderson and his attorney to stay on. Ms. Mack, can you please make sure that happens for me?
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you so much. All right.